and naive.
And here we go, guys. Making sure everything's up and running.
I blame all the evil
Sound
things
is
I did
good.
on my innocence and my
Images are
naivete.
Alrighty, welcome to Nikos D&D, Whispers in the Mist. Today's episode, Maelstrom. Before we get to our story so far bit, let's have the players introduce themselves, character name, class, race, and what you do on board ship when nothing else is going on. And we'll start with the first person who has been doing that nothing going on for a while. And I'll have Maran give his name and background and go from there.
I play Teyun Ahmed. He's a monk. What's the half-elf?
Dayan.
Dayan. He's a Dayan half-elf. Meditate and drink. That's what I've been doing on this ship. I missed a lot of action. We adopted some people while I was meditating and drinking. We fought a monster while I was meditating and drinking.
We'll find out more about that in a moment. So you've been enjoying and imbibing in the brew. All right.
Being the one person on the ship that can apparently swim in probably would have been a good idea not to get so drunk all the time.
Alrighty.
I am Jean. I play Tiara Sunfire. I am a Divine Soul Sorcerer, Azamor. I'm about 3 weeks old, maybe 2.5. It's become overwhelming. There's undead attacking us and people with magic doing things towards us and others coming down. And now we're aboard a ship and this monster is trying to drag us down and tip the ship over and eat all of us. We fought it.
She's channeling you quite well, sounds like.
We fought it.
She's entering your world.
Yeah, we fought it, and
Next
it
level
was
ranger.
driven off.
What do you do in your spare time on board the ship?
That was the question.
She is up in the. She is looking and learning. She's trying to take it in. What are these people doing? It? How are they doing it? She's just data input. When she wants to be alone, she goes towards the bow of the ship and she sings. That's what she does.
Well, that's one way to make sure you're alone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just find that funny because last week she yelled at somebody for singing.
I know, I remember she did.
Who was
Fernando.
Me?
No one can sing but me.
I was singing a very body little tune, and
Yeah, I didn't yell at him.
you did. You did.
I might have raised my voice a bit. But did not scream at him.
That's how. I didn't say scream. He didn't say scream. He said yell.
Did I raise my voice? Oh, then I must apologize.
Scolding.
To the crewman who was singing.
So,
We don't have a board, so I'll do the best I could.
playing Lucius Kane, human ranger, currently monster hunter.
Currently, Monster Hunter? That sounds like you're thinking of giving it up. He's a monster! I can't handle it!
I give it all up for you.
Modify it a bit. I can understand.
Pretty much.
Modify.
Lucius, he runs battle drills with the Marines on board, pitches in as much as he can in the daily duties of the ship.
Slowly starts taking a shining to Tommy.
I have to see how. I don't know how he composed himself during the fight.
You don't know how a child composed themselves against the fight with the giant monster?
Hey, if he's good.
If he's supportive of the role.
Hey, you see that giant thing over there that looks like something that you would never have a nightmare of? That was trying to drown and kill all our guys.
Kill that thing.
I'm throwing you overboard.
That's awesome.
And finally, our acting captain.
Acting.
Act, but don't act like you're acting.
Act. Ting. Matt, I play Kern Witheni, the Trelawney rogue, swashbuckler variant for those who are interested. As acting captain, I don't really have any free time. I've got to keep my eyes on everybody here. We've got another stowaway apparently, and we've got
Another? Just one. Oh, yes.
we did not know he was here.
No, he didn't stow away. You were just inattentive.
Sure, that's what it is.
On board your own ship.
Sure, that's what it is.
What was it you just said? You just had so many things going on, you didn't notice the young kid carrying a couple of boxes on and then staying.
So yes,
All right.
I don't have any free time. I've got to make sure that these idiots don't kill each other.
Okay, so now to our story so far. And for, as the drunken master comes out of his stupor, "What did I miss?" he says. "Fill him in."
A fight with a monster. And where were you?
I mean, the name Drunken Master implies where I was, Tiara.
That doesn't excuse where you.
You might have a point, but we'd still like to know what you were doing during
Just
this
a moment.
time.
It
I mean,
doesn't excuse it.
If I remembered, I would happily have told you guys.
It still doesn't excuse it.
I mean,
Now, although he actually physically watched it, I would appreciate at least some of you guys to explain to him what happened last week. Because I want to make sure you guys remember what happened
Okay.
last week.
2 giant clams clamped on side of our anchors when we had gone inshore to set the night sea anchor.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
were we
They
able
started
to resecure
pulling.
both
Then
anchors?
some
Yes,
huge
you got
black
both.
mass came
Yeah.
up, grabbed the great giant clams, and started pulling them
Because I remember
together,
we did not have
tipping
them
the
off
ship
yet. We were
over
trying to
that
just get
way.
away.
And people fell in. And it was going to try to eat them. We got a couple of them out. One was unconscious, and we had to fetch out by sending. But we drove the creature off. Mostly it was everybody else.
Well, to be more precise, as soon as the individual fell into the water, somebody with eyes watching, or somebody that was watching in the water, saw the aboleth thing reaching for the sailor.
Mm-hmm.
There was some confusion whether or not it came into contact with the sailor, but as soon as somebody saw that happening, the aboleth dropped its attack. It actually let go of the mollusks and
You mean it wasn't my last good bolt in its mouth? Magic missile?
I think I was gonna shoot the down sailor.
Oh.
Yeah.
you were going to shoot something.
It's better if he dies.
no, the thing is that they dragged him on board and he's standing over it. At this point, it's shortly after the battle, and he's got a crossbow pointed at the downed sailor. He's breathing on his own, labored, but he's unconscious.
None of us, and we don't have our paladin with us.
And as far as your question about whether or not Tommy represented himself well during the fight, he was the one that was running around picking up the loose belaying pins and handing them to the sailors so they could at least fight if the ship got boarded. He doesn't have any skill in weaponry, so he wasn't about to enter the fight himself.
Who's that? Tommy?
Tommy.
But he was.
Of course he does.
He
He's
was
4 years old.
doing what he could to save the ship, yes.
I see a child running around, and I'm like,
Well, okay.
is anybody else seeing a child on deck? Or am I
Well, okay, so for clarification, in defense of Tommy, a lot of your crewmen aren't much over 16 anyway. Your
okay, but he like
your average run-of-the-mill sailor is young because
Okay.
you don't live long on the ocean.
So how old are we saying Tommy is?
10.
Oh, 10, 11.
10.
No, but so like it's still
She-
child compared to like. But that's why I'm saying
Right,
I
I'm
was in a
just saying.
stupor, and I'm saying I blacked out with nothing but
Children in
teens.
Nikos are not
Now
like
there's a
children
kid on
in a
deck, and I'm
modern
wondering-
society.
Where
I
did
just
we
can't-
get this kid? And that's what, and I, who's the kid?
He snuck on board.
Oh, okay.
He snuck on board because he wanted to get a job. He's apparently, well, I don't know if he has any family left. He doesn't have parents left. They were killed by the others. And
He's a
been
refugee.
He's a refugee. and he came down into town and he was hoping to find something that he could do, and he decided to get on board the ship.
Also, there also could be just a slight bit of Selk isn't yet far enough away from the other, and the ship is headed south.
Yeah, away from all the problems.
Oh, and Tommy's currently being warded, I guess, by Caesar, who's trying to teach him the ropes of being a cabin boy and all that.
Yes, but I do have a problem. Like we're starting. As soon as we start,
let me
I
get
have
the
a
list.
problem.
Sure, but this is where we're
We're
starting.
started.
Okay, I have a problem.
That's why
get
you're
the list.
explaining.
When I first talked to Tommy, he was quite open. The next time he came to help me in the infirmary when we were taking care of some wounded, he was very closed. And he said basically that Caesar had been talking to him, and now he's not at all open with me at all in any way.
Did he say Caesar doesn't want you talking to him in that many words?
I think Caesar told him that I was an other. And that, two things concern me. Why did he do it? It was unnecessary. Really. For the boy's sake. Since his parents were killed by others. And the other one is, what do we really know about Caesar? Wonder if he, set up the whole thing that he would come off the ship and maybe later rejoin us in some capacity, so we were kept tabs on.
Hatred for Caesar.
I remember I have a very high intelligence. And I'm beginning to learn paranoia.
That's where hate comes from? Is really high intelligence?
Yeah. Oh no, seeing things. Seeing alternative.
I mean,
I don't know, but it just made me uncomfortable that he would actually tell this boy this, knowing that the boy's experience of the others, the humans,
but
is so traumatic.
But you just literally said others and humans to a boy that is clearly human. So did you realize that you told him he's the enemy in the same breath that he was calling you the enemy?
No, I'm talking about the people that landed here, not the people that were
Yeah, but you
going
keep
here.
calling them humans. We have a human in our party, but he's not another.
I understand that, and unfortunately,
Notice that she's also treating you third person in this conversation as you're sitting there.
okay,
That's why I just
I'm
put the
sorry.
two of them.
Walgrim made the call. The problem is it did not discern my kosher humans from the others from
It didn't.
wherever, the
I
Nassans.
never even named him as mortal.
It never named him as
It
human.
just-
It just
No.
said
The
others.
only
It said
thing
people
the
from another
quartermaster,
world.
the only thing the quartermaster ever gave us of any inclination that they were remotely human, and he said his kind when we were arguing. With
I was
him.
just
Okay.
thinking the yard arm until.
So,
And so we have no way of classifying anything. I think you and Caesar are doing the same things to one another because I don't trust Caesar, but I also have trust issues with a lot of people. But I think in going around and trying
Let me see
to,
if I can.
if you,
can we be weary?
we're
Wary.
Wary.
Not
Can
weary.
we? Yeah, weary. Can
I'm
we be
weary.
weary?
I'm weary right now. I just woke up from a bender. I'm very weary.
Rest your wear.
Oh, she reached it. Oh, I don't
Well,
have it yet.
No, I don't need it. I'm a drunken master. I fight better than
No.
If
Lesser
Kern feels like
restoration.
he can serve on the ship, I'm fine.
I
He's the
mean-
captain.
Yeah, I think that, this is one of my things. You won't hear me say this a lot. It's Kern's responsibility to keep this crew in line. As you can see,
You won't hear me say it a lot. I'm throwing Kurt under the bus.
Who's also sitting here first person.
I'm saying it's his responsibility to keep his ship running.
But do you want
Kern,
to
we've already come to a head on Kern and I's
He's
problem.
turning under this bus.
We already know Kern and I.
There's a lot of grease under here.
He's got to keep his ship in line, and if he wants
Well,
our
at least he didn't keel haul you.
if he wants our help, he'll ask for it. If he thinks Caesar is getting out of line, he'll ask for our help. Clearly, Caesar's on Kern's ship. This is a Witheni ship.
How do you spell
I'm
ship
just
with an E?
I'm just here getting drunk on it. So I'm gonna talk to this kid because you mentioned something about him being able to sense monsters.
Yeah, so
Maybe that would be helpful
he has potential.
rather than you just going up with
Yeah,
your
it's gonna
crossbow
be-
drawing on everything.
I was just seeing because it looked like there was some stuff jammed in there.
Because it does hinder negotiations when
Right,
we go up to
right.
folks and your crossbow is trained on them.
Exactly.
You're asking if they're
Throwing water.
You're
full
throwing
of
water in people's faces, crossbow drawn, kind of hinders negotiations. So if we have a monster tracker, a monster radar, no, not radar, that word wouldn't mean anything in this world.
Well, he does not sense the same monsters.
So we want to weaponize 11.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Nice. Nice movie reference.
I'm here for it.
Show.
I mean, for the greater good, right, man? Maybe you gotta be more of a parental figure for the greater good, Lucius.
I don't know about
just grimacing.
parental
Brother,
figure.
older brother. You're like 20, right? Older brother.
A trainer.
Trainer. Okay. We'll go with trainer.
Child.
I
hero.
must as soon have Tommy.
I
I
think that
started-
was originally asked. I think that was originally. I think when we started talking about Tommy, it was, did any of you guys want to take over watch it? Because otherwise, I'll give it to Caesar, and nobody wanted to do it. Did you?
No,
I suggested Caesar.
no, he just suggested Caesar.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah, he agreed wholeheartedly.
'Cause,
He was,
the
it
other
was
reason-
either throw him off the ship or give him to Caesar from
And
Lucius's perspective.
I viewed it as, hey, we need to keep an eye on Caesar and Tommy. Why not just put them in the same places together? That way, it's always not where did the other one go?
Yeah,
it's
As I said,
It's the
both
captain's
of them
prerogative.
together.
It's the
Yeah.
captain's prerogative to do that, but she didn't like the outcome of what happened when Caesar got to him.
Caesar got to him.
So I'll have to try
He's sowing discord in the whole
harder
of the
than
ship.
at least get
Like a
on a
child.
even footing with him. Because she doesn't like, she doesn't know or feel comfortable with not being trusted or liked.
All right. So, quick assessment. There, you've lost several chunks of rope. Not that you don't have plenty, but you did lose some different lines of rope. That seems to be the only real losses. You were worried about the tensioning on the windlasses for the anchors, and they held, so they didn't get damaged.
The lines that we lost, is it negligible or is it an amount that we'd have to restock?
It's not
the next-
significant.
Wait,
It wasn't significant. It's just more of an inconvenience when it comes to doing local things. You got to, recut some.
Yeah, we'll have to redo it
Recut
later.
some
but
links for the rigs, to fix some of the rigging.
my concern is just whether or not at the next port or we'll have to shore
Yes.
up soon to
Yeah.
fix
So
it.
the only real issue is the downed crewman who's laying on the deck still.
Well, he's going to be under the surgeon's care.
Well,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
take him to the infirmary.
She is her
Yeah.
official title on
You
the
can
ship
do
is
the
the
sick bay.
surgeon.
Sick bay.
Okay.
So,
Hi, urchin.
Surgeon's fine.
whatever terminology you wish to call
Ki-
yourself,
Ki-
you could call yourself Kaiser for all I care.
The chirurgeon actually dealt with specifically only broken bones. That's where the term came from. The CHI at the beginning is the root of words like chiropractor. and
Yeah.
it refers
That's
to
why
the
we
bones.
used an SCA for all our medics and medic things.
Right, because you're going medieval instead of Renaissance. Okay.
And we're kind of in a
I
medieval setting.
just easier to just use surgeon because it was
Outside
more
of the Nassauns, but I don't know about this.
nice.
Not that name.
I'm gonna.
Oh wait, but the guy had it on his uniform.
Yeah, but that could have been his
The
name.
other.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it could have been
his
his name. But he didn't call himself.
Can I talk to
He
Tommy real
lied to
quick?
us.
Sure. Tommy's up, working on doing some braiding to fix some of the broken ropes and things like that.
Okay.
Do I know you?
Have you seen a guy stumbling around the past couple days?
No.
Okay, then I've been doing my job as a martial artist, even while I was drunk. So
Is it right to lie to kids?
no, I told him. Did you ever see your mom and dad have a little too much wine and they disappeared for a while?
No.
They never drank wine?
I don't remember.
Okay, then that's fine. I drank
Did Mommy
too
and
much
Daddy ever
juice
drink their
that only
happy
adults
juice?
can drink, and I disappeared for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my name is Tay, and your name is Tommy.
Thomas.
Thomas. You don't want to be called Thomas?
Well, my full name is Thomas Kincaid.
Thomas Kincaid. What do you like being called?
Tommy.
Tommy. How do you like the ship, Tommy?
It's good.
And you're enjoying your time with Caesar?
I'm learning lots.
You're learning lots? Cool.
I'm going to be a cabin boy.
You're going to be a cabin boy? Okay, cool. So I heard that you mentioned to Lucius when nasty critters and monsters are around, you can sense them?
Sort of.
Like, what happens when monsters are around?
People die.
What happens when you feel like you can feel a monster around? What happens to you?
I hide.
Good answer.
And that's good. You should do that. But do you feel something in your brain, or does your hands start to shake when you feel like there's a monster?
No, I can hear them.
You can hear them.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So you knew that. What was the monster called? On the,
Aboleth.
so you knew those aboleths.
No, singular.
Singular one.
Only one.
Ab-
It just,
oh,
it just had two giant.
Not the size
Oh, yeah,
of the
that's
ship.
And those aren't monsters. Those are natural to the ocean. We just
So-
don't ever get them out this shallow.
So you knew the aboleth was there before anybody on the crew could see it.
Uh-huh.
That's all, Tommy. I just wanted to see if there was something. It's nice to meet you. If you ever
Don't you
need,
want to know what they say?
oh, you can understand them. I thought it was just hear them.
Well, it depends.
glub glub.
Okay,
I understood this one.
what was it saying?
Only need 3 more. Only need 3 more.
And is it specific monsters that you can understand, Tommy, or has that been the case since you were forever? Anytime
Ever since I reached the coast.
since you reached the coast.
Is he sensitive to just sea monsters?
I don't think you would know that.
Well, he would, but it's very interesting.
I'm not.
I can just imagine you sticking your head in. Tiara goes, "Hey,
Yeah.
Tommy. So, what do you hear?" If she shows up, the conversation
Yeah.
will end.
Let's wait until he doesn't know me yet.
Right.
So
I'm
Okay.
still on trying to explain alcoholism to a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
hey man, I just said
stuck on that.
disappearing. You know.
Drink some
So
wine and disappear. You might hear some loud arguing.
No, because that's all. He'll break into the alcohol just see if he can go invisible.
yeah, hey man, I'll make sure I remind him not to touch the adult. I told him adults only.
I heard that.
I told him, huh?
I heard that.
Okay. So, so it was those monsters. That's good to know, Tommy. I'm glad you
Drinking
shared that
age
with
of
me.
16.
Thank you for sharing that with me. If you ever want to talk about if you ever hear monsters speaking again, let either Lucius, Caesar, Kern, or myself know. I heard you don't trust.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Wait, I'm getting there. You're not in the room.
Correct.
I'm getting there.
No.
You're not in the room. I'm getting there.
The door,
You need me
the
out of the way?
door knocks. Thank you.
What is why do you have a
Fear.
I want you to be able to talk to Tiara too. Why is there a problem there?
I talked to Tiara.
Do you trust her?
She's another.
What do you think an other is, Tommy?
Caesar told me.
What did Caesar describe an other as?
Other is someone who doesn't belong here
In Nikos?
in the world.
You don't belong. You're another. Get out of my town.
Please, the Dromus, and bring me home.
So what I want you to understand is we're going to see a lot of people that may be categorized as others on this journey, and we can't go in not trusting them all.
Oh, so we should trust them?
We have to make our best judgment to trust people. And Tiara
And
is someone
Caesar was I was told that I was supposed to follow Caesar's instruction.
by
And Caesar
by
told me
who told,
to be
but who told you that?
my captain.
And does your captain trust Tiara?
I don't know. Does
Better question. Is Tiara a member of the captain's party?
we all are.
Exactly.
Captain's ship, captain's crew.
So that means
No, you're
if
an
Tiara is
NPC.
part of the captain's crew, you give her the same level of respect that you do anybody else.
Absolutely.
And she can earn your trust, and you have to earn her trust too, Tommy. Because you snuck on this ship, so why should we trust you?
I don't care.
He's 10.
This is why I'm not. This is how I talk to my nieces and nephews, man.
I know.
I'm not.
And he's like, I don't know what that means. I don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So you need to. I understand that Caesar is your mentor, and Caesar's
doesn't
teaching you how to
really
be a captain
understand the
boy.
concept of trust
But you
yet.
have a very special gift and is a very special talent.
Why, thank you.
And you have to. We want to make sure we're taking care of you, but we're also fighting these monsters. And I don't think that if we're going to be on the ship for as long as we might be on it, you got to learn how to work with Tiara, just like working with the rest of us.
I never. Wait. No, I just took her some materials, and then she started talking to me, and I asked her some questions, and she said she made what Caesar said a truth, because she said she wasn't from here, which means that she's another. And Caesar told me that I need to watch out for the others, because he who is coming will cleanse the world of the others.
Okay, so it's starting to be more clear now. Caesar didn't tell you Tiara was another. Tiara told you she was another, and you just know others as what Caesar
I'm not
described
there.
them as. Okay, got it.
Something
That he just
cleanse the world.
No,
Yes.
no, he is coming.
A little voice back. Cleanse the world.
I'm not gonna. We can't talk to him about that because he apparently doesn't know. That's something I got that. We have to talk to Caesar about that. There's no way he's gonna know what the hell any of that just means. He's 10.
No, I know what it is to be clean. You have to wash your hands.
Put your hands in the ocean water. Wherever
I just want to mention while
But you don't drink ocean water because it makes you crazy.
Yeah.
that conversation, I'm with Tiara with the downed sailor.
I just
Yes.
imagine Tiara outside the door.
Everybody's leaning in.
What are you doing out here? Get to your position.
So, Tommy, if you ever hear anything again, let us know. We want to protect you. You're very special because of the power you have. We want to make sure nobody hurts you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? See you later, Tommy. And I go to Tiara and be like, dude, he doesn't know what another is. He was literally told others are what killed his parents, and you called yourself another, so he just assumed you were another. So it's
That's
10.
not exactly how it went down, but that's how Tommy
Interrupt.
Yeah,
because she can respond. So respond to him.
Yeah.
He just said that you told him.
I accidentally.
I told him that there was a difference between others. That the others that are being referred to are the ones that are landing on the planet, taking the cities, killing the people. I told them I did not come from where they came from. I was sent here.
Then I think you need to talk to Caesar because he's getting all of his information on how to, but not in a confrontational way. I legitimately think Caesar just explained to him who killed.
Did you pray for me?
I think Caesar just
I
legitimately.
think Tommy might have been the one.
I think Caesar legitimately just
Is
explained
that
to
all
him.
he said? Because he
I don't think he told him anything about Celestials. I think Caesar explained to him that we have to be afraid of the others. And is Lucius here when I'm talking?
We're in the sick bay, right?
Yeah.
There's he also mentioned something that I think is everybody here? Can we just say everybody's here? Or are
Yeah.
you doing
You can
captain?
call for the captain.
Yeah,
If that's
okay.
it.
He also mentioned he can hear specific monsters and he can understand what they're saying,
Making such a mess.
What they're thinking.
what they're thinking.
so did
the-
he understand the evidence?
Yeah, the Elith said that it needed just 3 more. I don't know what that means, but we're playing the game of souls around here with everything. Everything's on the currency of souls, so...
So should I be
Just because we've run into people who are dealing with souls does not mean everything deals with souls. Keep that in mind.
I mean, I'm pulling on one
He's tagging
thread.
on a string.
He's
Tugging
tugging
on a string. And
Just don't tug too hard.
just making sure. I just want to
Nothing
make.
up my sleeve. All of a sudden, Aboleth. Oh!
I just want to make sure. We have our crewmen here.
Wizard's hat.
We have our crewmen here, and if we are dealing in a margin or in a game of souls, I think that we'd be best inclined to, while he's out, just secure him, tie him up to the bed, make sure he can't.
By who?
The
His down
the
soldier.
downs, the downs.
down sailor.
Oh, the down sailor. I was gonna check.
No, I would
The
say
Ada
tie him
Tiara,
up before
we're
he
gonna
wakes
check
up.
if he's been infected.
I know, but just before he wakes up, I would say. I mean,
Okay.
we're on a ship. There's nobody else around. We're kind of.
Just check him over.
I mean,
It's
no.
not very good for morale if the crew members go missing or get thrown over.
We don't want to go chumming right now.
I didn't say throw him over. I say just in the infirmary. We'll tell the crew that he's jostling in his sleep and for his own safety. We nicely tied him up with some.
We secured him.
We secured him to the bed.
I would like to check the unconscious sailor for any markings or.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation.
While you're doing that, Tommy also mentioned a cleansing of the world by a man coming.
One who was coming.
One who was
Say a
coming.
man.
Oh, one who was coming. But he didn't have
Although
this
he did say
information
he.
himself. He got this information from Caesar.
He.
So, Kern, you might want to go talk. What is Caesar's title on the boat?
Say as seaman first class. He's a sailor.
He's just a sailor. Might want to go talk to your...
He's a Simeon first class.
So it seems like Caesar's holding out some information on what's coming, Captain. So I don't know what you want to do with that.
Are you going to come down and tell Sierra this? Did she
You're-
This is all
here. I made
We're
some
in the-
see there.
We're in the sick bay right now.
We're in the the surgeon's quarters here.
Well,
I even called him down, so everybody heard what I just said.
yeah.
Can I get a reroll on that using?
Yeah.
Because
That was awful.
Same
Nice. I love that. That happens more often than you know.
Can I
Yeah.
help with an investigation?
Tiara, can you check
that was already
the sailor
basically
for
given.
any corruption? Do you have any senses?
She does not have divine sense. That's
I do not have
that's-
divine sense. That's a paladin's power.
It's too bad.
If
somebody
Egloff
here
was
doesn't.
here-
It's too bad somebody here does not have like some form of awareness, like extraplanar or primeval even.
Well, I don't know. I don't have. Remember, I'm a sorcerer.
You do.
I have a limited number
Captain,
of spells. Right now, I have 3 spells.
There's too much
I can do.
interference.
There's too much.
Yeah, there's one in the room.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, no.
Now I
Oh yeah,
can,
you already checked for
An
Mars.
apparition is
I
different
do
than a
have a
celestial.
clerical spell that I could pull up
Or you can also just
because I have
check.
cleric.
Maybe I missed something.
Okay.
Do
I'll
another
look.
an investigation.
I'll look for any marks on his body to see if there was contact.
Can I?
Okay, go ahead. Investigation.
Okay. Investigate.
And since
I don't remember
since
the
you're
darn
the
thing
one
even
who's
touching
recommending
him.
it, I'll grant that you helped
Darn
her.
thing never touched him,
Okay.
as far as I remember.
Well, they're saying. Did you guys say the thing touched him?
It's a possibility.
They saw
He was in the
they saw
water
the-
for
okay.
for
No,
like
it,
a month.
it was reaching for, but then it.
Not
never-
having the
we never
monster.
saw it actually touch him.
Right, you never saw it. That's what
Not
that's
having
the
monster
point.
knowledge, what would happen if the thing touched him?
You don't.
We don't know anything about this creature
Oh, okay.
other than its name and the fact that it exists.
Well, we assumed it's the aboleth.
Right. That assumption is based on people knowing something about the monster that they shouldn't know
19.
anyway. It's a tentacle beast from the depths. Is really.
Okay. I rolled a nine. I
ju-
rolled an 18 plus 1.
From a
19.
sailor's perspective,
I have a
it was a
question.
giant
How many-
evil octopus.
What are they called? Skills. Do I actually get numbers in? Just 2, right?
What?
Depends on your character. Depends on the class. Depends on your
Divine
race.
And your
sorcerer.
background.
It just your
And
character
cleric.
class, race, and background. All 3 give you potential skills.
Your background gives
Proficiencies.
you 2 skill proficiencies, and your class typically gives you 2 more. Sometimes certain
I
ones
I
will
don't
give you
have
more.
anything but 2.
Then you have not finished building your character according to the book. So you need to go find the Azamar, which is in Xanathar's, and see what skills you should get from that.
Volos.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Volos.
Roll.
So if you want, after the game today, I'll help you
Yeah.
build your character up. I'll
'Cause I
give you an
took
actual 5th edition character sheet because it makes it
insight
a thousand
and
times
religion.
easier.
We got. She's using it online.
Okay. What happens is I don't have the Azamar class on the
Right.
character builder.
Right.
And I'm trying to find out how I can buy the sources so I can put it in the computer.
Yeah, but to put it in the computer, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Can't help you there. But I do know it just takes a look at the book and just two little bubbles on a regular character sheet. That's all it is.
Okay.
Azamar does not give you any extra skill proficiencies.
No, I didn't know the Azamar
Divine Soul
did.
Sorcerer.
But then,
Oh yeah, it's 2 from like a list of 6 or
so
something.
you say the background gives you one?
Background gives you 2. All backgrounds give you 2 typically, except for specialty ones.
I'll have to figure out what my background
And then
is.
you
I know
get
what my
2.
origin
You can sometimes
is.
get 2 from. You get 2 or more from your class. Rangers and Bards, I believe, get 3. Rogues get 4. And so in rare occurrences, your race will give you extras.
Okay.
But
I'll
that's,
have to look that up.
There he is.
There you go.
Eggleth.
I
Finally.
beseech the paladin.
Oh,
Somebody-
yay, we need
Somebody
you.
asked. Somebody asked for the ability to detect.
Corruption or
Corruption.
Well, you're-
Evil.
Actually, apparition.
Paladins.
Paladins are not anti-apparition.
Can't help with monsters. In other words, he can't help the monster hunter with hunting monsters.
Oh, okay.
So,
Primeval awareness does get apparitions. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I will
Yeah,
check
but-
for any signs of contact being made on his body.
yes.
She's not an
You
apparition.
see an incongruous rope burn on his ankle. It doesn't look like rope.
Okay. Take
It's
a,
got tiny, lack of a better term, barbs.
the hook in.
No, whatever it was that literally tore his skin. Just little tiny abrasions.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. It's a
So she'll
squid
call
tentacle.
Kern down or call the group down.
Some squid
Well, they're
tentacles
there.
actually have
Okay.
They're all there.
The paladin
Has-
just
has
walked
it
in.
spread?
This is not.
Is
No,
it-
it's
no,
just around his ankle.
It's a moment.
It looks as if it wrapped around and you got a rope burn.
chop his ankle off. No, don't do that. And burn it with sacred fire.
So we're talking
The
about
categorize
the sailor that went in the water that went into death saves. They brought him on board. They saved him, and they're now inspecting him. And they found that there's an unnatural rope burn around his ankle. The drunken master finally crawls out of the rum closet, and so they've been filling him in on what's been going on.
Swear to God, if I go in that closet and examine it, I will have your hide.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fortunately, he couldn't drink that much. He really couldn't. I don't care. He could bathe in it, but he couldn't drink it.
Well, we were at least 2 days out.
Yes.
That's the one. That's like death.
Yeah, you'd be. Yeah, you would have been unconscious well before anything like that happened.
I don't know what your tolerance is.
Well, and the alcohol level of grog is such that you'd be full way before you could be drunk.
Okay, so
It's enough to get you kind of buzzed, but not quite drunk.
It's a pain reliever.
so this thing just has a mark around his ankle.
Yeah.
Thing.
This
It's
guy.
a person.
Person. Yeah, I say until we have more information, until he's actually awake and we know what's going on. I don't want to jump to a conclusion.
Okay. By the way, his name is Aaron.
There. But until then, he's tied up.
Secured.
Secured is what we're going to go with.
More than likely, the methodology would be that you actually put him into a hammock, and then you take a cloth, put over the hammock, and sew the hammock together on the bottom.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't use actual rope on people's hands, because the rope on a ship is the big, thick nonsense, and it wouldn't be effective for tying him up.
Unless we wanted to use
Unless you're
stuff
going to
from our
just loop and
packs,
loop and loop and loop and.
which we could, but I don't think anyone here wants to.
It'd be way too. It'd be
Tedious.
seen as too.
He's
Extreme.
He's not in the room. He offered to cut his foot off jokingly cut his foot off.
All right, so once that's done, we're still on our course headed for the area of the horns, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna talk to Caesar real quick?
Or is he going to say, "Yeah, I'm going to talk to Caesar," and then not talk to Caesar?
Yeah, that's.
Caesar will be talked to
I mean, not
by you and the paladin.
Oh, you want me to talk to him?
You and the paladin.
Got it. Aglith, we're gonna go talk to Caesar. Cool.
You find Caesar up on one of the yard arms, adding some trim to the sail. What's up, guys?
How's it going, Caesar? Tommy's.
If
does
there is
a-
an issue,
He does
then
basically a handstring back foot and lands on the deck.
Okay. Tommy's not around, is he? We can just talk you, Aglith, and I.
Yeah, more than likely Tommy's still doing his nut testing in the back,
Perfect.
in the aft.
So, did you know Tom? Does Tommy pose any like interesting skills that you've noticed?
Well, he's passing fair at climbing. He has still having some trouble with the ladder. He's fairly bright and very inquisitive.
How do you fare during the monster attack?
Well, obviously you'd be terrified of monsters around and things like that, but he did a fair job of gathering improvised weaponry for the crew that was along the edge of the deck in case we needed to repel boarders.
Did anything interesting happen to him during the monster attack? Did he, or before?
Well, yeah, he stood on the after deck and looked at the water.
Meta after deck is a part of the ship, or
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the rear end, the high deck on the rear end.
Okay, just making sure he wasn't saying after the fight he stood on
So,
the deck.
there's two ends of the ship. The forward end, the high point on the forward end is called the forecastle or forecastle, and the aft is known as the after deck because it's usually the large flat place, and usually decks are where they put the holds.
Okay. And that was before the fighting started. He was standing there.
Well, before, yeah,
Okay.
before we realized we were drifting.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's crazy. So I was talking to him because I hadn't met him yet, so I wanted to chat with him. I wanted to kind of
Yeah, well, you and I haven't talked much since,
since we brokered the deal with the quartermaster.
right?
Yeah. So, for my buddy Solo here, look at that, soul and everything.
Yep.
Soulful. It's a soul man.
Yep.
You say "yup" in a very interesting way. We'll get into that later.
Thank
We'll get into that later. Okay. But Tommy also mentioned when we were doing introductions that you seem to know more about a cleansing and somebody coming to this world.
Oh, no, he was asking about my religion. I told him about, he asked about others. He specifically, therefore, asked about Tiara, because you guys had said something about her being from someplace else. And so I explained to him that she was from a place where angels lived, and he then asked me about my views about creation and God and things like that, and I explained that there is, according to our beliefs, a coming savior of our kind.
Do you really get into the apocalypse with a 10-year-old?
It's not really an apocalyptic story. He's coming, and there will be a reckoning.
I reckon.
Does this have anything to do with the others who are currently fighting, or is this just your?
I don't know. I really don't know. Our beliefs go back at least as far as the Revening.
126 years.
Okay.
Perhaps farther. And as a matter of fact, we received the first revelation of Tongue Eater about the time of the broadcast.
Okay, the broadcast being what the other group did.
The angels, the
Rob-
angel speech, yeah.
The Ralph speech.
Do you mind sharing the first revelation with me so I can read it over if it can?
Oh,
it
it's,
came in
I don't even
form.
have a copy of it. It's held by only the holiest of our clerics.
What's your religion? Sorry,
Huh?
What's your religion, by the way?
We call ourselves humanists.
And
What
it's
did they call themselves?
Humanists.
okay. Well, for the sake of the ship, and just for the sake,
Man shall not harm man. That is the first law. Are we not men?
no, you're a monkey thing, and I'm an elf.
See?
And I'm an elf. What are you talking about? You just—that's like we're the worst two examples of man shall not harm man. You're a half.
And this is why he must come.
Okay, so the cleansing refers to getting rid of everybody that's not.
No. It is the unification and the return to our truth.
No one will harm anyone? Is that what you're getting at?
Men shall not harm men. That is the law. Are we not men?
I mean, you're wearing pants and I'm wearing pants. I don't want to ask what's underneath, so I'm assuming yes, Caesar. But we'll get back into theology later.
Good.
Just for the sake of this ship, I'm going to take all this information you gave me. It's very good information, and I'm going to see if it fits in anything we're learning. For the sake of this ship right now, we're all on a boat.
Uh-huh. I noticed that.
Tiara is very... I know. I noticed that recently when I came out of my stupor. But I don't want there to be any animosity between people.
Animosity.
Yes.
Root word. Animus.
Oh my God. Jeez. You're killing me, Caesar. You're killing me.
Caesar
Are
has,
men not intelligent?
Caesar has an English
God,
degree.
Caesar's too woke for me right now. I have a headache.
Woke.
Caesar's too woke.
The proper term is
that,
awake.
that is actually that he has been elevated. That is true.
Caesar's too woke for me right now.
You want a really good book? Read Earth
Yeah, okay.
by David Brin.
Oh, that Earth.
Let's just keep the peace. Keep
The piece.
have lunch.
I want
If you could
nothing but
if you
peace.
could do this with me, have lunch with Tiara and Tommy.
I don't think that would go over really well. Tommy's kind of sensitive to others.
You got to get him past this whole. She's on our squad. She's hashtag squad goals. Caesar. She's on our team.
The hell's a hashtag?
Well, you
No.
realize that I am only on the captain's team.
And she's on the captain's team too, isn't she?
As surgeon, she doesn't. She's not part of the crew.
Okay, I'll remind her of that if you get injured, Caesar.
I wouldn't expect anything less from a drunk.
Oh!
Weren't you trying? Weren't you,
Egbert, you are there, by the way, so
Yeah,
you,
you can
can
help me
ask
out here.
questions and talk and everything.
because it's like talking to a monkey over here. I'm getting nothing.
No, I think he's making a monkey out of you.
No, he's not. I'm getting everything he's saying. He's just trying to be.
He's not getting one over on me.
He's being standardly Caesar, and I've come to expect it because of the crew he was on before this and the deals he used to broker and how he even brokered a deal to get on the ship in the first place. I'm just telling you, if you want to make it,
Oh, like I said, I don't hold any.
I know you don't hold anything. I don't know you don't hold any grudges. I know you do what you're told, like a good monkey should. But I need you
You
to.
really should treat me with more respect.
Yeah, and you should me as well. Didn't you just call me a drunk 2 seconds ago? Nothing but a drunk.
No, I said it's like what I would expect from a drunk.
Just what I would expect from a monkey as well, to listen and pay attention. So if we don't want this to get... well, I'm not trying to make friends here. I'm just telling you, you need to be... I understand you serve our captain.
And
He
if
is
I
my
hear,
captain.
And if I
too.
hear that order from the captain, so be it. But you are not the captain, and nor are you the first officer, and that's the two voices I must listen.
This would have been so much easier if Kern would have just come to us this person like I asked him to. You got anything to say?
No.
Okay. You have a good day, Caesar.
He'll be back.
What are you doing? I don't have a hat.
He has a hat.
Like-
No, that's okay.
Salute.
The salute of a midshipman.
okay.
That's the human.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
It's actually a sign of respect.
Okay, I don't know what I'm. Do I do the same thing? There you go.
If you consider us to be equals, then you do the same.
I don't have to like them.
helmet, so
I don't have to like them to respect them. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I walk away, and I go straight to Tommy and just say, "Hey, Tommy, let's not share that thing about you being able to talk to monsters with anybody, okay? I'll give you some gold if you don't tell anybody about it,
Gold?
and I'll let you drink some of that adult wine later.
Oh, you God, you're perverting the poor boy.
I'm trying to get him to shut up, man.
And you think you're going to tighten his lips with alcohol?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
he's gonna be screaming everything.
I think that
He's a
works
kid.
the opposite.
He's a kid that just saw his parents die, and
Didn't just. That happened a long time ago.
whatever. I mean, potato.
Yeah. That's a key. It happened a long time ago.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Not in a galaxy far, far away.
It would. When he got on board, he claimed that he was running from the destruction of Apex. But he just now told you that his parents were killed a long time ago.
That happened recently.
Apex only happened less than a month ago.
Can't you guys resolve this stuff while I'm drunk somewhere?
I didn't know.
Nobody pushed it. Because he did the sob story. I'm a refugee. I'm running from the destruction.
Let's not
Parlay?
let's not say that you can talk to monsters, okay, kid? Or you
Okay.
can understand them either. To anyone.
Okay. The last time somebody told me not to tell anything was the very bad man.
Jesus Christ. You're coming with me. We gotta go powwow with the rest of the team. Okay. Lucius. Kern. Miss Captain Witheni. Tiara.
Miss. You will show respect.
He almost called you Mister. He was sort of.
Did I say miss?
You said
did.
Miss.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry
said
about that. My bad.
Like, whoa.
I didn't realize that. You were in the same place as me. Were you here
I
last week?
just assumed it was a drunken
No.
slur.
No? Okay. So
Yes, he's just as in the dark.
he's just...
Yeah,
They
that's
fought
what
a
I was
monster. They fought a sea
Yeah,
monster.
he wasn't here last week, so... Tentacle thing... do you remember Guardians of the Galaxy by any chance, the movies? The second one? Remember the big tentacle monster they were fighting in the beginning of the movie? You don't remember the first scene where
I
they're
didn't
doing
see
Where
the...
Groot is dancing by himself.
Groot is dancing around and they're all fighting and everything.
So...
It looks just
Mr.
like
Blue
that
Sky is the music that's playing.
Yes.
Electric Light Orchestra.
So I've had a few chats with Tommy now, and he seems to be a very awesome kid. You're a good kid, Tommy.
You just keep on thinking that.
Does anybody pick that up? Like that stuff happening right there?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I mean,
What he just said?
yeah, what he just said. Maybe the fact that he said his parents died a long time ago, but Apex happened recently, or the fact
We
that
didn't catch that last time when we talked to him, but
Oh.
figure he's just some kid.
Tell me.
we've already established he can talk to monsters, and he just said the last
You
time.
told him and don't tell anybody. Now you're blabbing it to everybody.
Oh man, Tommy, that's what adults do. They break their promises a lot. So
Really? So that's what I should take away from this?
hey man, Tommy, you're keeping secrets, man. I like you, Tommy. I'm a rogue like you. We're down the same path, but if you don't want to be like me, a drunken.
Oh no, I'm not a charlatan like that.
Just a moment. Tommy,
Yeah.
sometimes the truth is important,
Yes, I get
and
this.
other times
Going at
you
full
don't
hostile.
want to
I'm going
tell
full
people
Lucius.
things.
Yes.
I mean, and it's difficult
You ain't
sometimes to
attacking a kid on
know
my watch.
I'm not gonna hit
what to
him.
do.
Okay.
He's like hit him.
How
Let's check
long
'em
ago
overboard.
did your parents really die?
He's
Well,
like,
they
hit him.
were killed by the first opening of a gate in what was the name of the little town? I think it was Valor, and it's up there by Homo habilitatus
Okay.
in the base of the Grith Wall
How long have you been by yourself?
since I was 4,
Oh, there you know.
10.
Okay. Now it's been a long time by yourself, and I am very sad to hear
It makes
that.
sense why you never noticed mom and dad going and drinking some wine anymore.
Makes sense.
We all work together, even though we are very different by ourselves.
Well, yeah,
You still are like every other group I've ever seen.
And
We're
each
getting
of
all
us
the
is an
same notes.
individual,
By the way, you gotta.
but we
That's
try
Caesar
to
now.
come together
He's just
to
trying to cause a ruckus, man.
get things done
Uh-huh.
that will be helpful.
Right.
Mate in line. You
So
want this
I
to
need
be- you want
truth
this
from
to-
you.
Whichever.
Okay.
He's
It-
yours, Captain.
And
You
then
do what
if
you
you don't want me to
Did
tell
you
him
make
that
monkey
truth, I
comments to
won't.
him?
Call me.
Well, we're all here together, so I don't think it's really that much of a secret that they're all going to know.
Be the bigger drunk.
Yeah,
and
but
don't
I will ask
antagonize
them
him.
if you've asked
I'm
to
not
keep
getting
a
into a
secret.
battle of wits
Because if,
with Caesar.
for example,
Am I
what
gonna
you
have to
just
put
told
you
me
on a
about
night
your
watch so that
parents
you two don't have to
differs
deal with
from
each
the
other?
story you told the crew. I
That's
will
not true. That is not true.
I can't trust you.
You
on the
said
game
you-
watch.
I said I came from Apex in
Doing
the
ground lessons this whole
in
time,
the aftermath of the attack. That
At
is
least I know where
true.
you're supposed to be
Okay.
half.
I said my parents were killed by others. That is also
You
true.
said that others opened a gate?
By the definition, Caesar gave me for others, and you gave me for others. You explained that there are others that come from many places.
Yes. Okay, what did these others look like that killed your parents that came through the gate?
They were
We got teeth.
bugs.
We got teeth. Trying to
Multiple
forgive-
legs,
expand the definition.
faceted
There isn't
eyes,
everyone where it is everyone.
mandibles on their faces,
Hey, you know these people.
big, sharp. They had many legs. Like, oh, I could draw you a picture. They're scary.
Would you draw a picture?
Oh, it's adorable.
We don't need him to draw a picture because we'll talk about it later, Tiara.
Well, not
right
now,
in the pantry door.
but I will give you the paper and writing implements so you can draw it, okay?
Okay.
Later.
Yeah, we'll talk about what he thinks the others are.
And I'm very glad to hear you have such a skill that's really unusual.
Well, I don't usually get a chance to use it because sometimes they don't stay on the paper.
They don't?
They don't stay on the paper.
Your drawings don't stay on the paper?
Right.
Lucius, you gotta you
Can I tip a little bit of the poker hand to them, John?
Sure.
Okay, in meta, John, the wonderful DM, is not above having children eventually become a problem.
I know. I'm not worried about that, but I didn't bring him down here. I just feel like there was so much more information that we did not get from him besides, let's just give him to Caesar. So that's why I brought him. And then it devolved back into, let's re-explain what others are. And by the way, meta, he's clearly talking about Yarlums. So that's why
No, I'm not.
You said pincers and all the insect. This is another one?
Just shows you how little
Jesus
you know.
Christ, man. Can I want to do this.
Okay, got it. Just real fast, guys. Think of it also this way: if you poke a beehive, what's going to happen? You're going to have the bees riled up. So the more you poke the one thing, the more it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get more information
Okay.
from the kid. I don't care what he thinks is
So you
another.
keep poking the beehive, trying to figure out exactly the sensation of getting stung.
I'm glad you're with us now. So thank you very much.
I'm a special person. I was told.
We're asking for more information, and unfortunately, that just
Boy.
means that more stuff is going to get added to his
You know, we're gonna get
Be
away.
quiet.
This isn't Kern. This is Matt.
And I'm not worried.
Boy, do your duty. Do not get in the way.
I won't.
No drawing.
And trust me.
No drawing.
No drawing.
No, I want to see the picture.
No, she just literally said his drawings come to life, Tiara.
Come to
Did
life.
you miss that?
No, he said they disappear from the paper.
No, I said they don't stay on the paper.
They don't stay on the paper means they.
I could see her argument, and I could see yours.
Yes.
Well, let's just have them not drop.
That's
what he said.
I put a point on your side more, but
Just do
I
your
could see-
duty, boy.
Well,
Do not get in the way.
I finished your jacket. What'd you think?
How does it look?
He
It looks
says
good.
looks pristine.
Looks good. I like it. Cool. Good job.
If you tell me what to
Compress
draw,
this
maybe I
urchin
can
of
It's
6
not the
years is
same.
able to sew so well.
Can you draw me a shoe?
No,
Can you
because
draw me?
my drawings will not come off the paper. But that way we can see what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is that came
Let's-
through that gate.
Let's refrain from that.
Let's lay out. Let's. Can you draw me a bow staff? Did this like I need a bow staff.
See, before
Okay,
Tommy
there's
wasn't on my list.
hundreds of pieces of wood on the ship that would serve.
But like a magical one, because it sounds.
Oh, please.
I'm really trying to trick the DM into giving me a magical bow staff.
You don't want to do
Tommy wasn't
that.
on
just
my
kidding.
list. Now he's on my list now. But
He's been on your list since he got here.
no, I thought he was some boy that he needed guidance, and now I'm like, okay.
This is why asking too many questions to
yeah.
children.
And now he's just.
Did you check?
I guarantee you,
Yeah,
if we were to
but-
ask every single crew member more of their backstory, eventually we'd hate them all.
I know.
But just to let you know, I'm watching.
I'm watching.
I'm watching everyone.
you.
You're on my list.
That's great.
I wanna
I'm
be
not
like you. I wanna be like you when I
every
grow up.
step you make, I'll be watching
Hey,
you.
It depends how old you really are.
I'm 10.
Never know.
Hey,
There's time travel in this
Captain.
world, guys.
There is
I
that.
don't know.
There is that.
Captain, maybe it's a good idea to keep a closer eye on Tommy, so one of us should be watching him rather than Caesar.
Or I could just do two birds, one stone. Someone here could be watching both of them.
I'm watching everybody.
Okay.
I'm in the shadows.
Volunteer right there.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like you were
Oh,
volunteering pretty hard on that.
He said it.
You
He said it
insist.
first. He said it first.
Anyways.
He said it first.
Yes, but he's already got so many responsibilities.
can-
You just stumbled out of the drunkard's closet today.
Hey, let's be honest here. Was I really drunk?
You're just misspelled.
Or was I getting enlightened?
He's gone.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you're back
And-
and sane.
Go on, you're
I
not
forgot.
watching him.
Did we find out anything about the unconscious crewman? Is he?
Just as
He
a
might-
word
he
on
might
his
be a
name.
couple hours.
Other than the burn on his ankle, he's still unconscious.
And then I just wanted to make sure, Lucius, that I didn't know if I mentioned it, but the last time Tommy had to keep a secret was when the man who he believes is coming to cleanse the earth asked him to keep a secret. Did I get that right?
I don't recall.
No.
It was,
I was
what's-
making an allusion to the fact that you were asking a little boy to keep secrets, and whenever you do that, they've been trained to go. A person that's asking me to keep something secret is probably doing something wrong.
I know, but he said he's
He's saying the last person to do that probably. He's a 10-year-old who was on his own for a long
Yeah.
time. Very bad things have happened to Tommy.
okay. Just let me.
Urchin of 6 years. You don't typically grow up completely with a moral compass pointing north.
No, I'm
Well,
just
no,
making-
I'm talking about other people doing bad things to him.
Exactly.
just making sure. Just putting it on your radar, man.
His moral compass might be fine, but other people do bad things.
Everybody's on my radar, except for Egglith and.
Let's just chill it.
Well, I go after he got cleansed.
Yeah.
When he had the
Oh,
hallow in there.
can we?
You're not my.
I'm joking.
I kind of weird thing. I trust Kern.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I trust Kern.
I just on
You
the
trusted him enough to give him a cursed weapon.
Yeah, I just like. Can we just say as days we're sailing, I will, like, utter words in Yarlum, just one word to mess with him from like behind corners or like the top of scaffolding, just to fuck with him.
Let's maximize paranoia on the ship. Let's maximize our chances of him
No, I'm just
basically
kidding. I'm just-
shooting you.
But the worst thing is going to be the fact that when you do that, about half an hour later, Tommy will come and tell you, I heard the voices.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if he actually understood monster, and I was going to go to the other room and speak Yarlum, but I didn't because he was in the room. I was afraid he was going to shoot me around the corner.
Eventually, he's gonna just jerry rig some automatic rifle trap.
But
the magic ear.
About
something that
this time, you'll hear Storm Ho.
Just a Rube Gold.
Storm. Okay, I was waiting for something to happen. Stormho.
Yeah, you're within sight of the Maelstrom.
I first thing is tie myself to a board on the ship and say, Captain, what do you need from me? Because I'm not falling into the water like those other guys I heard about.
So you're tied up right now?
Just around my waist, like a safety line.
Yeah. You know, I think maybe just a little bit more might keep you more secure right now.
Lanyards. They're called lanyards.
Lanyard.
Yeah, that's where the term comes from. You actually attach a lanyard to your belt and a lanyard to the side of the ship.
Okay, I got lanyards.
You run
What do you
along the
need me to
railing.
do?
The other
You know,
crew
I think
that
you're doing
fell
everything that
overboard,
is
Yeah.
needed
I-
of you
they've
right
been
now.
acting
You're negotiating with
normal,
everyone and
pretty
you're
much
tying
doing
yourself
their-
up.
The other ones that climbed out, the ones that climbed out are fine. It's just the one that was,
but not,
I
they're not
just want
acting
to
strange.
confirm.
yeah.
Did we stop at the port town that's on the
yeah.
way? Because I remember that
Yeah, that
there's a port town smack in the middle between Selk and this store.
Okay.
So we
So
haven't
let me
got
get
to the
yeah.
town
So
yet.
I got way ahead of myself. I was thinking that you were already past that. Okay,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought it was just a joke that we could see it from this distance, and so
No.
all of a sudden he just starts tying himself up before we get to
No,
our
you said
first
still, I
destination.
thought we
I
were
know.
in it. That's
No. It's on the horizon.
Okay.
And yes, it would be. It's miles and miles away, but on the ocean you can see a huge amount of
Yeah,
distance.
I forgot my map.
Yeah, I got mine, so I can show him where we're looking.
He's
at.
got his map too.
Yeah. So yeah, the storm is about here. Selk is
Right there.
in this general vicinity, if I remember correctly. We're going to a town that's right here in the middle.
Cool.
So that's where we're going to be docking and getting our supplies. And because they're closer, we're going to be asking around to see if anyone else has already gone into there and figured it out.
And
because-
also, we're offloading our shipment.
Right.
yeah, that's where part of the crate issue also
We
came
put all
from
the-
us.
Put them all away.
Rip them all
Rehammer.
away, polish them.
Sworn Caesar to secrecy.
Okay. Does anybody need potions or anything?
You know, I got 2 potions of water breathing.
I still have those 2 potions of water breathing. Does everybody have one now?
I do, but I'm going to stay down below
Do you need one?
because
I have one.
if
Yep.
people get injured, they'll be coming down.
Oh yeah.
Us
I
three
lost
should have.
my monster hunting.
Us
Okay.
3 should each have 2.
So before you get to the port,
I don't remember the name of the
the
city.
sailor actually drops into what appears to be some form of fever. His temperature rises.
Which
he's-
one?
The ankled one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The ankle wound seems to be healing, but the area above it is inflamed, and his leg from the mid calf to the knee is a little bloated and very red.
Would this seem like a disease or an infection?
Yeah, it could be, but there's not enough breakage in the skin to justify an actual,
Okay. What you will try
You only
is
need a single rusty nail for tetanus.
the cure light wounds,
Okay.
And
it seems to have no effect.
empowered.
Cure light wound seems to have no effect on him.
We do have one person here at the table who is able to
I do
actually
have
cure a
once a
disease
day
on
a lay on
target.
hands.
Yes, there's somebody on the ship who could cure disease. He doesn't even know that he can do that.
So
It's an
your
ability
lay on
of-
is your lay on hand skill. You have a pool of 5 points per your level. You can either choose to, as an action, choose any number of points from your pool and heal, or you can spend 5 points instead to cure a disease or a poison on a target. So it's an option. You don't have to do it, but it is an option.
He's a sailor?
It's the sailor
The
who we-
sailor who fell in the water was grabbed. What
Presumably
arguably might
grabbed.
have been grabbed by the monster before the monster broke off its attack.
While you do that,
He almost drowned. They
Pray.
also-
over
Disease.
him.
disease
Pray
or
as well.
Poison.
Poison.
which is it?
Poison, right?
Which do you want to try to? Your effect does either or.
So I'd recommend disease because it looks more like an infection as opposed to a poison.
Okay. So as soon as he lays the hands on the swelling starts to go down immediately. Where his fingertips are, you actually see the outline where it's like you cleanse that area first, and that cleansing seems to be spreading
Spreads.
across the leg. He's still feverish and still fundamentally comatose, still asleep.
Still tied up.
Still like you left him.
We just
Why is
healed
he-
somebody who we don't know what's going
Why
to
is he tied
be.
up?
He's tied up because there's paranoia that he's going to become a vassal of an apparition.
Oh,
At the wall.
I'll be right there.
There's
The
been
aboleth
certain
or the-
clues that lead us to
Well,
believe
it's just like a.
that it-
The aboleth makes him into a zombie in a way, under his control, the monster's control.
If okay,
But-
this is
A
all
servant.
this is all actually
Speculation.
speculation and superstition.
Hearsay. Hearsay.
Aboleth are one of the terrors of the deep because they historically infect one or two crew, and then the ship gets driven against the rocks someplace near where the Aboleth lives, and the entire crew is consumed.
and then it eats.
And it gets bigger, and then it goes hunting bigger ships. The one that you guys talked about, Tommy said he heard it say 3 more. Just 3 more.
Just a bite.
He's a liar, though.
Unless it's building up to a certain critical mass.
You know, we all have a skill that actually allows us to tell if someone's lying if we make the proper roll checks, right?
I know.
Insight.
Yeah.
You can use it to see if we can, because it's basically 5th edition's detect motive.
But so we're on. Are we? So we're good. We're at the port.
Yeah, we're closing in on the port. I just wanted to specify the situation is that crewman is still down, still unconscious, has not
Captain,
answered. has
I
not
recommend
awakened.
that we offload the unconscious crewman.
Just leave him here.
So here's
No, under the care of the local, we'll pay, the local
We might be able to find
healer
a higher level
or temple.
cleric that will be able to handle him and tell him our suspicions.
if you want to take some time while we're in port to see
You
if
would
you
be
can
you would
find
be
someone.
you would be propagating superstition because players may have read about aboleths. You as characters wouldn't have know anything about it other than the superstition stories. So to go into place and say, yeah, we think this guy was attacked by an aboleth
Oh,
is
no, no.
not fair.
No,
Yeah,
I was
not
gonna
just
say, I was
that,
just gonna
but-
say,
Well, that's
hey,
why I said
not
cure
just that, but if he's-
disease, because I'm just thinking he's got it infected.
Right. No,
I'm thinking just in case it. The
Okay,
superstition.
it makes sense for you to think
Yeah.
every fish that you see is a demon. Because up to this
No, but
point,
my
Well,
biggest
to offload him just in case.
my biggest
I'm not saying to kill him. That would be the
no,
extreme.
no.
but
I
I
said
think-
just think it's a demon. I didn't say kill the fish.
no, but my thing,
No, I'm talking about the crewman.
I know.
Oh, okay.
my thing is if he's all right and there's nothing wrong with him.
He has a fever.
Well, besides the fever, if he comes to how much of our journey does he know about? Like, does he know where we were going?
Yes, he knows where we're going. It's just
Does
south.
he know what we're looking for?
No, you guys were fairly secretive with the crew. You said you were going for the storm. You got them all to sign on for that purpose.
That's what I was saying. I didn't know that. That's why I was just checking.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So they all know that we are heading into the storm, and they are being compensated and volunteered to.
Right, they are getting a point each for it.
Then I agree with Lucius. Maybe we can just convince some of the local healers that he just needs to be on quarantine. He's been stricken with a sickness we don't know.
From a moral standpoint, though, that's the captain compromising a crew. Part of the crew. He has a share in the adventure, and you're denying him that if you leave him here.
Well, not necessarily. If he's okay, then we can come back and pick him
No,
up.
we can't.
Why not see if we could find a healer and bring them to the ship to see if there's anything that could be done,
Sure.
as opposed to just
I'm
dumping
with
a
that.
guy.
That's cool. I was just saying we should.
Because
We'll probably need
presumably he did do something when he
Mhm.
tried his lay on hands, so
He
maybe
used
this
the-
is just
yeah,
a
recovery.
venomous poison or something.
Yeah, so I said I'm cool with whatever. I think that we just don't have.
It's just dead weight right now.
We're not capable
He's
of.
unconscious.
We're not capable of caring for him on the ship. We don't have anything at our disposal to actually fix him. We need higher.
Our healer lacks the means to help.
We need higher healing. She's
We
still.
Quite
She's 2
She's a
months.
good. She's a good healer.
She's
She's
2
a good
months old
healer.
on
We
this-
just need.
Yeah,
More.
we all need to progress.
So we're at San Leon.
So we just asked the harbor master, where's the nearest high? What's your port's highest ranking
Well, you'd
Right.
ask just
Harbor
the
master.
first
first person?
person you meet on the dock. for
Where's
that
the highest level healer or
Oh,
highest?
there's
Cleric.
a couple of temples here. There's a
Is there
new.
branches?
They're right now in the process of erecting a new one to their to that broadcaster fella. They're
I think a more established religion would be better.
Do we want to see if there's a branch of the Temple of Progon maybe here?
Is there a branch of the
perhaps.
Temple of Progon?
oh yeah, this is where Procon first saw the storm.
So we technically have a branch. They have the main
Right.
church.
Okay, I
We'll go
think the one in our in Silk was a very nice man, and I think well qualified to understand this.
So
If it needs understanding.
And you see that
So-
they're very prominent with their blue and white, but they even have a few of the rainbow things tossed about on them.
Yeah.
They're all
So I was gonna
working
say-
off the hype.
My
as well.
problem is
Well, I was going to. So
Rings.
if there's any opposition to this idea, I was going to leave the care and the conduct of this man's
Aaron.
Aaron caring for you to take to the temple, and either Lucius or Eglith because we're still needing to stock up on supplies and we have very limited time.
I would appreciate that. Now, however, I only have 10 copper, and usually such things cost money.
I'll go. I still got
A proper donation. So
I still got my 14 gold.
here, I'll give you 10 gold to use as a.
Okay, so I
Donation
should give that to
incentive.
the...
I gave him one. I gave him.
Try and see how much would a proper donation be, and if he does an exemplary job, you can give more than what he asked for.
Okay.
Yeah, she really doesn't understand money, so you better
So when-
send it.
Yeah, I gave.
Well, I'm gonna say, how about Lucius? He's probably also going to be very interested to see if they got any demon
Lucius is
slaying.
going to make sure that Prime Water's material gets delivered.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
He's got it.
Sir,
Sorry, that part slipped
maybe
me.
we should
'Cause
go
I
to
would-
the Mavu imports and notify them that we are here with their cargo. I would not ask too many
Will you
questions.
come with me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Chara.
And we're going to get some crewmen to carry the litter?
Sure.
All right, so yeah.
Is that a...
Mhm. And
Caesar says, I should outfit the boy better so that he's able to help. Is it okay if I take Tommy into town and do some shopping?
if there are any issues, please do bring it to our attention immediately.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of problems with this.
Okay,
I'm a
again,
quick draw on my
in
hand
meta,
crossbow now.
in meta, yeah, it makes sense to completely not trust anything, but in character, it also makes sense to basically just go, if Tommy makes a run for it, let us know.
No, not even Tommy makes a run for it. It's just Caesar was on a ship where he sold somebody else's soul to be indentured on the ship.
Okay, you missed that part last week. We did establish that he had
Oh,
a
yeah.
change of heart on that.
That's
And
what he says. Do you understand? It's what he said.
No, I don't.
This
We're
argument
taking-
was directed at you for this.
No, I don't mind. I don't. If that's what happened there, but like, I'm cool. I mean, Caesar and I have a
It's perfectly fine.
respectful but contentious relationship. I just give him a side eye from the other side of the
All the crew know I'm quick.
on anything.
What's that? Who's over there? Natural response. Natural response to the crew. Lucius is here.
They have a pool. They're like, what's the over under on Lucius drawing on a passing breeze today? I got 5 copper.
I'll let the Marines. I'll have 2 on watch.
God, I hope
And
they
then
don't
they'll
start putting
rotate
shares
go
up.
to town.
There's gonna
you
be
know,
one
for-
guy who owns like 1,000
Just
because
in the
he
ocean.
fell.
In the ocean, yeah. Okay.
Doing it.
Sorely. There you go.
So we'll take this piece by piece. You get to the Temple of Procon.
I was gonna say the 3 of them.
Yes. 3 of them?
Egglith.
Egglith, you want to go
Egg-
with...
Well, if Egglith wants to go,
Well, he is the paladin, so he's
what
one
I'm saying.
who administered first attempt to help.
that's what I'm saying. If he wants
Yeah.
to go, I'll do what you told me to, and I'll watch Tommy and Caesar.
Oh, now you want to listen to the captain's
No,
orders.
because if there's another person, because she is going to get
No.
10 gold for like 1 potion.
She's gonna get... Yes, but don't you think maybe
Well,
you should be there to
potions cost more
negotiate
than
in the
10 gold.
event?
No, it doesn't. I gave 1 gold for all of those potions, and they said I still had a credit at the temple.
I think you should keep an eye on Tiara right now.
Okay, Caesar, buy something
At
nice.
least until at least until you teach her the ways of proper accounting.
Man, you really, yeah. Okay, the 3 of us are going.
Okay, so the priest of Procon is named Varnin.
Ooh,
Devarnin?
No, Varnin.
Varnin. What race is he?
Well, you really can't tell because he's currently in the ritual makeup. They do this whole thing representing the face of the Tempest.
Mm.
This is the high point of the storm season, if you will.
Is he wearing a mask other than makeup, or is he?
No, but if you saw the image of him is rather stark and kind of terrifying. He's basically done completely white on all of his face, but he has the image of basically like a thunderhawk across his eyes and forehead, and his hair's been pulled back up, and there's the headdress he has actually has the bird's head
A bird's head.
right at the apex of his forehead, and
Can they see his ears?
well, the gear he's wearing
Covers it.
intentionally covers it, and he has very odd sideburns. The
Mutton chops.
Yeah, well, they're almost like mutton chops, but they've been pasted down so they look like gills.
Okay. Hi. My name is Tayun Ahmed. We're here representing the Witheni.
The Witheni estate.
The Witheni estate. Yeah, that's right. One of our crew members fell ill in at sea. Our paladin can tell you, what did you do?
I healed him with the.
You laid on hands. So mechanically, you say it. You laid upon hands and called upon the powers and cured him of.
Tiara just keeps on listening right now, but she's kind of looking back at look. He fell into the sea when we were fighting in
Oh my
Africa.
God!
You
We don't know
know
the
that
name.
Oh, but some great black monster.
Let's
White monster.
She never saw it.
Okay, so
She never saw the beast.
Secondhand.
Yeah.
She shot
purple
it.
unicorn.
Okay, some great sea monster
There we go.
tipped our ship,
Tried to.
and people crewmen fell into the water, and
we don't know what happened.
but he has
Our
marks
crewman
on his
was no-
ankle. It's weird.
Show me the wound.
And she peels back the bandages she has around her.
I reached for a flask in my pocket and started drinking.
A little voice in your head says no, but you just say yes.
You should have pre-gamed.
I should have just been ready.
He kneels down beside him and places a hand on his forehead, covering his eyes, and reaches down and touches his wound. So he's like prostrate across the body, right? And murmurs and chants. And you see him raise his hand away from the wound, and it looks like there's this gooey substance attached to the palm of his hand. And as he pulls it up, the guy screams, and he turns his hand over, and in his hand is a very tiny version of what you saw when you looked into the depths. A little squid-like body in his palm with several little tentacles out the front, and he just crushes it. And when he crushes it, as he closes his hand, whatever was there vanishes, and he shakes off a black dust. He says, "You did well. Your crewman is now restored."
Thank you very much. I met a wonderful priest in Cell.
What was that?
Vulgar.
What
Very
was that?
nice.
What
to
was
me.
that?
Vulgar.
Huh?
I met a very nice priest in Silk of Procon,
Yes.
Vulgar,
Oh, yes.
and he was very kind to me.
Volgar is one of my acolytes. I've been with the temple for some time. As to your question, there are certain things that live in the depths that desire greatly the powers of the surface, but cannot handle the pressures herein.
Lack of.
He was contaminated with this.
Yes.
Creature.
It's similar to the freshwater morkoth, but within the oceanic realms, it's
Lucius's monster sense
Tay-
tingling over
Tay-
in
Tay-
Mama Import.
Tane nods like he knows exactly what he's talking about, having no
He says,
idea.
but in the ocean, the specific names are quite honestly more numerable than you could possibly understand. Just suffice it to say that sometimes the sirens that call are not beautiful women.
Oh,
Do you have any potions that would help in, or any
She listens to the song,
Potions or incantations or anything that would help us ward against something like this in the future that we could buy from the temple?
No.
There's nothing that exists like that?
There are great magics that could possibly
here.
do that, but the easiest way is simply stay away from them.
Got it. Okay. Well, while we're here, and thank you so much.
How much is a proper donation?
Thank you for asking that. You're going, he did it already! What do we need to pay him for?
I was about to throw you some money, bro.
Toss a coin to your cleric.
What is a proper donation?
Well, a proper donation is usually a percentage of treasure equal to accruement. I mean, literally, I gave you accruement back, so I should, the temple should receive this money. But realize that that's not what's important. What's important is I need to know the coordinates where that happened.
I will ask our captain, because I was kind of...
I ain't there.
I will go
I know. Well, he'll go ask you.
But because we don't know, but also, can we get some potions for healing and stuff like that as well? Do you have those?
Well, truth be told, those kind of magics never last.
Okay.
The capability of making enduring magical items hasn't been capitalized.
Not enduring like a one-time use one. Not like
You don't. In other
Like we
words,
bought
you
some-
don't have them.
we bought some
Anymore?
potions of water breathing from the other temple. Do you guys have anything like?
Vulgar told you potions of water breathing?
He didn't sell them. I made a generous donation to the temple, and
Have you tested them?
we could have. We almost did, but we didn't. One of our crew members should have tested them.
I did.
Did you?
Yes. Because when I went to the gate to have the saddle go back to Selk and everything, I would have had to use one because I can't swim.
If Vulgar has the ability to get them, he has not shared that with the order.
Okay, cool. Well, here's a gold for
And
He bypasses that.
you know
quickly.
what? Here's 2 gold. Have a good
Sunday
day.
has a big,
Wait,
massive
no.
bus.
But that's not. What are
and
you
everybody
saying?
is
I'm just
under
giving
it.
them 2 gold.
Okay.
Calling it a day.
What is the proper donation?
He-
Would you please
A point.
ask?
A point on the...
Okay. Would you please ask Kern what is a point? Does he feel?
No, a point is always the same.
We've actually established what a point is. It's a equal share of whatever treasure is.
Yeah, that's not our choice to make. We have to talk to the
It's
captain.
That's
Well,
it.
it's
When
dependent
you're going
on-
back there.
I'm not going to run back there right now. We're just going to leave. We're going to take our crew member. I gave him 2 gold. He can be happy. He's running a church. He's not running a business. And I'm saying this to you outside because
Right.
you're getting too caught up on how much is fair to pay the church.
Of
So
course
I-
you are.
No, she's remember what he told her to say. He asked her. She asked him a question, and his response was, "Ask the priest what a fair amount is." So all she's doing is following through on that.
She's following
And
Captain's
so I
orders.
specified
But I also did
one
say
point.
that your job is to teach her proper economics.
I don't know what 1 point is worth.
You do.
I don't.
Because
What do
you
mean?
do.
Tiara, when we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, a point is 1 equal share of the loot. Captains get a higher number of
I
points.
understand that, but we don't have any loot.
He's saying
you haven't-
after the voyage.
After the voyage.
We come back.
Tiara.
Okay.
So
Basically, she would need that explained because I said we don't have any loot.
Tiara, we're not going to let him drive the conversation when it comes to how much he's getting paid. He did the act without us offering a cost. He did it out of the goodness of his heart. I'm giving him 2 gold. 2 gold is...
And therefore, from your standpoint, he does it out of the goodness of his heart, and I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart. Even as you're like struggling to actually give the
Terms
gold.
were not set before anything was done.
How very monk of you.
No, I'm just being,
I'm joking.
I'm just saying, like we're,
Criminal background.
and but I gave him
Charlatan background.
Sure.
but I gave him 2 gold. You guys swear like I gave him nothing.
Right.
As
We already
soon-
determined that is what 40,000.
Yeah, I
loaves
gave
of
him
bread.
2 gold. Like everybody's looking at me like, oh my god, such a paltry sum. I gave him 2 gold for revival.
I think he gave him too much.
Yeah. Like when I go back to Kurt and say I gave the guy 2 gold.
You get slapped.
Yeah, but I was gonna say he wanted equal share of the treasure.
You did good.
So we're good. TR if he wanted,
Push him away with the left hand, pull him in.
if we
close him
wanted
with the right.
terms, if he wanted term in the world of any business, if you want terms established for something like this, you don't do the service and then establish terms. He did the service as a man of whatever cloth he serves. At that point, we could have taken our comrade and left. But since we offered to give him something, we came prepared to make a donation to the temple. We made a donation that is still sizable. Nobody around Nikos, nobody around this harbor is walking around with 2 gold to give to this.
Right.
So we gave him.
If they are, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
I will make sure when we get back here that
Teyunami is
That's
going to be
done.
the guy who makes all churches.
No,
in
you
Nikos
cannot
before
agree
profits.
to that. That is not your. You cannot agree to an equal share of our treasure. That's the captain's. We
Job
don't know.
only.
So you cannot do
so
that.
I can pay him my share.
You can most certainly do that.
Okay.
I have a problem with never having any money, so I'm going to give away my money.
Yeah.
But you see, she doesn't say it. She knew that the
foreign.
money had got some
It's
significance
foreign.
for service.
You,
That much
you,
she
need-
knows.
you really need to have the bread discussion with Tiara. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
In character.
Yeah.
Walk her
The
through
thing
town
is,
and-
she found out it cost her 2 silver to have a bath and a dinner. You know? She,
And that was a dinner with a show.
Tiara, how many times have you? We're walking back to the boat now. We paid. How many times have you asked Kern to buy you something?
he bought me the clothes and my starting items. He gave me a list of everything that I owe him.
If you give away all your money,
And I've never called on
Nobody-
him. I am the evil one.
yeah. So I want you to understand. You keep asking.
I think it's when he drags you out from underneath the bus and puts you back in front.
No. Well, I'm not putting him. I'm not putting. him
No, I'm just.
Yeah,
This is,
but
we're
I'm-
having a separate conversation.
Yeah. So Kern was generous and hasn't asked for anything in return, where he could have.
No, I told him I'd pay him back.
Yeah, but you literally just gave away your share to the temple when they didn't ask for anything in return. Do you see how this is working? You're giving away stuff that you don't have.
But he said it was fair to get 1 point.
Yeah, but he didn't establish that beforehand. If you tell me, okay, if I'm nice to you, ask me what's fair. You're in service to me for the rest of your life. That seems fair to me. It's not fair to you. He's putting you under a pressure that's not realistic
Or not even yours to do.
and not even your decision to make. And he knows that because neither one of us went in there saying this was our.
Now that you said you were the captain.
We cannot make those decisions. He put you in a position. He was taking advantage of the situation.
Actually, he wasn't. He was actually answering her question.
But I'm saying like he was taking advantage of the situation. You know.
Only because she's innocent and she's acting
Yes.
like that. That's not.
But I want you to understand the sum that I gave him in
He was
Nikos.
being opportunistic, but not.
The sum,
Advantage taking.
the sum that I gave him is not a paltry sum.
It's a princely son.
It's not a poultry son, it's a princely son.
I have, I whisper, I have 15 gold to my name. Just don't want to shout it. And I've given one to the temple. I gave 1 to the now, and I've given 2 to this temple. Those are all very generous sums. Your 10 copper, even though it may not seem like a lot, is nothing compared to what you're going to get if we succeed in this quest.
Well, money's not important except when I go into town and have to get some.
Well, you just gave it to the temple. Congratulations. I'm sure he's going to hold you to that. You just gave your entire share to the temple.
No, she didn't.
Just say sorry.
She almost did, but you gave the 2 gold
Yeah.
and then said, okay, we're getting out.
So let's. Once we get some more money, we're going to create a nice
Why
little
would we
investment
not
portfolio.
declare a fair price?
We're going to.
Wait, why would a cleric not
Nice investments.
declare a fair price?
Because everybody has a different version of what fair is. We live in Nikos. Nothing's fair.
No, fair is what is right.
No. Fair is in the eye of the beholder.
That is such a triple entendre that you don't even understand. That's so awesome. If you watch any of the other streams,
Hey, Brown. Brown is fair.
that is fair.
Fair is not always right. Ask Tom.
Why is
Ask
the
Tom. He
cleric
did.
not right? If he's a
It's
good
divining
cleric.
rod.
That's where the wonders run.
Do I really like? I'm just meta. Do I really have to explain this because I feel like her as a person understands this, but Tiara as a person doesn't? Can we
Well,
just
that's
like
why
fast
I'm
forward?
asking FDR.
No. That's what I'm saying. Can we like fast forward and just say I
He's-
explained this to her?
He just wants you to have the understanding and not have to do the full role play. For
Okay.
it. Because it would take, it would eat
It's
up
gonna
the whole-
take-
It would
Take
take
up
up an
time.
hour or two.
Let's just
I
put
don't
it
know
this
if he
way:
knows.
you will be working with her for an extended period of time. So
Yeah.
you,
Well,
you can-
congratulations, you get a share.
You can do these moments of obtuse periodically
While you guys are doing this, can we just say that Tiara and Tay had like
over
a,
the next 10 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're
Okay.
teaching her economics.
I'm like, laws of supply and
Supply and demand, exactly. You got to go all the
Marginal
way back
cost.
to barter.
There we go.
Build your portfolio.
Yeah, because I don't want to take up the whole day.
Right, right. No, no, and you're right. Yeah, so
Anyone here an economics major?
all right.
Yeah, it was just
Mavu
for the sake of
imports.
It'll be an ongoing project.
It'll be an ongoing.
The storefront for Mavu's imports is basically the opening to a warehouse. The front, the opening, the main doors face the ocean, but they've got barriers, fences to prevent you from going in that direction because they're moving cargo around. So instead, you have to go through the
Rear
office entrance, which is in the rear of the building, but really it puts it on one of the streets of the town. And next to the door is currently closed. Sign says, well, there's a
out to lunch.
looks like a lion's tail hanging down next to the door, hanging from the basically the overhang like the porch, if you will. And it says pull for assistance.
Well, I've never seen a lion up close, so.
So when you pull it, it does roar like a lion from right there above you. This is roar, roar, roar.
He draws his crossbow.
Yeah,
I
right.
get right behind him
Take
with
off
the
my
dagger
shield.
drawn.
Oh,
I'm just like,
I think you're still with them.
Yeah, you're with these two.
We're together.
The door itself is standard width door, the upper half of which is paned glass, very thick, as you might expect. And you see shadows move within it, but it's kind of opaque. You can't quite see through it.
Can't make it.
There's
Perhaps
a
Ross.
sliding of a bar. It sounds like it's someplace south of or lower than the midpoint. And after it, you hear, "It's open. Come in."
Take a moment to make sure the roar doesn't go again, and then I lead the way.
Okay.
that's the game.
So when you open the
I
door,
remember.
the entryway there has a oak slatted floor. It looks like almost like a ship's deck. It's polished and shiny. The brassworks and stuff along there's like a walkway handle. There's a slight incline up into the office area, and when you get to the main open floor, there's a large carpet, hand woven style, with an image of a narwhal rising up out of the water, almost like it's jousting with a merfolk on a seahorse.
What?
In the
So a narwhal mount,
They're somewhere else.
a narwhal
They're somewhere else.
jousting a merman.
right. The beyond that is a large oaken rail, and above that and beyond that are rows and rows and rows of crates, boxes, and such like. Clearly, the front of a warehouse. Behind the barrier is a well, it looks like a lion. The face and shoulders of a lion on a human body, but it's taller than you would expect, and you realize it's actually got a full lion's body, but it also has arms. So it's like a centaur out of a lion.
So it's a centaur, but the top half has a lion's
it's
head
actually the
and a lion's
species,
body. But
species called a wemmick, but you've never seen one before. So anyway, it's standing behind the counter, messing with some papers on the desktop. Yes, yes. Welcome to Marvel Imports. How can I help you?
We're here to make a delivery.
Yeah, I was like,
The shock. Oh!
We're here to make a delivery. Have you received word from a Prime Water shipment coming in?
Oh, we've been expecting that for a while. It seems it was delayed by that frou-frou going on in some of the other larger cities. You guys heard the broadcast, right?
We hear a lot of things.
No, close to the best. Okay, I get it. You must work with the Brotherhood. Come on, bring me your documentation. What's the ship's registry?
That was for the saddle, and I produced the proper documentation.
Oh, okay. How's Dobra? How's Dobra?
Oh,
Your father.
no, I didn't hear beginning with a D. I heard with a B.
No.
Barbara was.
No,
Who
Dobra.
the hell is Barbara? Oh, he's good. He's good. He's currently dealing with some people at his warehouse right now.
Well, that kind of happens when you're doing business with people who are on the shady side of the line. So, what have we got to move?
16 crates of contents.
Oh, he sent them this way. He didn't send them overland this time.
Yes, he sent them this way.
Good. So they're aboard the saddle?
They are currently, yes.
Good, we need to get those moved. Will you be able to navigate it over here to my docks before the tide rises?
We should be able to, right? Yeah. Yes.
Good. And what was your transit sum?
Well, the amount that he promised to pay us?
Yeah.
He promised to pay us 42.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Yep.
You just gonna stay around here, or you wanna just? Well, you gotta get with the vessel. Tell you what, just meet Bugsy out back.
Bugsy?
Yeah.
How will I know who's Bugsy?
Well, he's my he's my dock hand, and I should probably say dock hands. Yeah, I think you'll recognize him.
I see you play a little close to the vest, too.
Well, you know what they say about lions. And he walks away.
We didn't get his name, did we?
What does this mean?
I was gonna go, what's his name? Sorry.
Well, we can always ask Bugsy.
That's true.
If Bugsy's able to
Actually, when you're walking back out,
Or you probably
there's
have, like, a little
actually
name
there's actually a
placard.
sketch of him, and it says warehouseman Charlie Maine. So Charlemagne.
Mm-hmm, I get it. Employee of the month. It's been him for the past 52 months. Okay, so yeah, we go around back and we go and meet Bugsy.
Okay, so takes you some time to get the vessel moved. By that time, they will have returned from their mission, and they're still arguing about money when they come up on the dock. No, that's copper, not silver.
Is the crewman with them, or Aaron?
Yes.
Or, okay, I wasn't sure if he was conscious.
Well, we had people with us to carry him there. It wasn't just
Right. It was a small detachment.
Yeah, we sent him back to the ship.
Going back through town,
I just
he
don't
wants to stop and get
remember
a
hearing
bath.
that.
No,
he
I
came
was just
with.
making sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Bath and her hair wash.
I just don't remember establishing that
Since
he
we
was coming
can't
back
exactly
and
do it on
conscious. That
board,
was the
yeah.
only thing. So I just want to make sure he was coming back.
Yeah. No, he's fine.
We're not replacing you, man.
Yeah, he's on the ship.
It robs you of your share.
Yeah, man. So if anybody gets touched by those things, guys, we gotta bring them to a greater healer because he pulled a tiny being out of him.
I knew it.
And actually, that imagery was more the effects of the spell. It wasn't actually part of the.
I think Republicans don't like that.
So, we're gonna go ahead and make sure if anybody gets touched by that thing again, know what to do. Tie them down. Don't shoot them. Tie them down.
Well, my suggestion was to cut off. the
Don't think that would have
infected
done anything either, because if you would have saw what I saw, it seemed like it was intrinsically attached throughout his being, and he pulled it out.
No, it actually came out through the wound.
But it was just in the area of the wound?
Yeah.
We don't know entirely for sure.
Again, it was only a metaphycal
Yeah, it's
image
just
of
what
the
I'm-
spell. So yeah, you're.
Just to be safe, let's take him back to the healer. The guy did it for free until we started talking about money beforehand. So I mean,
So wait, you said it was free until?
yeah,
So how much did you lose?
we didn't lose anything. I gave them the gold that I said that I would give them. We saved you 8 gold. We saved you the 10 gold you gave, so you should be happy. By the way, you can spend my money however. I just want you to know your captain.
How much did it cost you?
It cost me whatever it cost me. Your 10 gold is still with her.
Yes, but how much did it cost you?
That's good. That's good. She almost offered to share. It almost cost.
Now you get slapped.
It almost cost.
No.
And I'm saying, do you know?
And now the proper thing to do would be to pay him the 2 gold that he paid for you.
She almost offered a share of the treasure, 1 full point.
To someone who's not even going on the crew?
Yeah.
At that point, I think we just
That's
have a
what
new
he
surgeon.
said. That's what he said was fair for giving him that.
And then we got into what's fair, and it's been a long walk. I'm gonna go to the bar while you guys figure this out. I'll see you back on the ship so you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Bye.
Would you by any chance perhaps just want to buy some alcohol to have your own personal bar on the ship?
I was gonna go to the bar and see if I can get. I have this brewmaster's kit. I was gonna buy some ingredients and start brewing on the ship, but that is your ship. You cool with me brewing something besides grog?
So long as it's not in the way.
Can I borrow a couple silver to get him?
After this whole conversation,
After this walk, and I just storm off when I hear that. If there was a table around as she said that to Kern, I would have flipped it, and I just walk away.
I think that's a BPable moment.
Just a moment. And you can take it off right
Well,
there.
for her, for saying
her.
sure. 1 BP.
1 BP to Tiara.
After that whole
But
conversation.
you can take it off when I get later.
There's a lot to say.
What about?
I think soon the share is not going to be enough for what you owe.
Never mind.
We didn't get into, and I yell, we didn't get into loans. Or
No, she just turns around and leaves because she can't understand, and she doesn't have this down yet. But she knows she can go maybe to an inn and sing and play and do some prestidigitation, and maybe make enough so she can.
she goes to your bar.
She got a silver and something.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a little tiny town. You go here, the first thing that'll happen is you stand up, you offer to sing, and then the innkeeper will say, well, I've got 7 other acts already lined up for this week, maybe next week.
Okay. Well,
It's going to be...
I'm in the
some-
crowd, I'm
and
like,
some-
boo, downstage.
and some unscrupulous guys who go, yeah, you can sing for me, baby. And then you're going to get involved with something you don't want to get involved.
Well, she wouldn't know about that, would she?
God.
I know, but do we want to
But
roleplay
do
that?
you want to roleplay falling for the yes, you can sing for me?
That's all we need for you is the lightning
All I need
bolts
is for you to dance around this pole and sing, and then
Lightning.
I'll give you a bath for free.
All I hear from the
We're not
top
getting
floor,
here anytime soon.
somebody getting lightning bolted
You
out.
notice that I do? Yeah, that happens all the time.
That's why I'm trying to run through it.
Okay, she'll go in and see if her 10 copper will work.
You'd be surprised. The 10 copper. It's not You're not the first one in the bath for the day, but you get a bath for.
There you go.
Okay.
Got your back.
Slowly becoming
Tepid-
apparent that
tepid.
Caesar is more trustworthy
Can we
with
just come-
anything.
Yeah, and I just look for like some stuff to make. I have the brewing kit and all that stuff, just like some ingredients.
He looks for hops and other stuff.
Make some moonshine.
Yes, I remember having another member aboard a ship that was going around hunting hops and stuff.
I'm not gonna do hops. I'm gonna make some fruit-based stuff that doesn't need the
Mead.
some mead.
Get some honey, yeah, you can make some
I get
honey
some
mead.
fruit.
Does Mavu send their own men at the dock to offload.
Well, okay, so when you
That's what I was
finally
saying,
pull the
back to
ship up there, Bugsy's not hard to pick out. He has 6 appendages. He has an insect's head. He has a very thin insect body.
Bugsy. Oh my
I got that immediately.
I did.
You didn't get that when he said you noticed that he's handsy?
Well, but beforehand I was like, oh, okay, interesting name. All right.
He-
Okay,
he's
so the
about
second
eight-
you see
he's
him, I
about
think
8
you
feet
already got
tall.
that crossbow
You
out.
recognize him immediately. It's Yarlum. Going, what the H is it doing here? This is far, far from where they were.
They found you.
I play cool.
But his outer mandibles, because they normally have the 2 pair, the really big, the fighting ones, and they have the others. His outer mandibles have been cut off.
BP?
Yeah, blessing point.
And those translate, right? I still
Karen,
have
have
one
you
from a
seen
couple
those
weeks.
before?
Yeah.
Was that?
I still have one from a couple
That
weeks
guy?
ago. Those are still good.
Yeah, they last forever.
Oh.
Till you bring.
Although I think the monk might have mentioned something about these people, but
You remember that? And I kind
I mean, the lion guy was kind of. I had to
This
work
town-
really,
this town is
really
weird.
hard.
This
really,
town is-
really hard to not.
remember what we talked about, though, dude?
You're at the bar.
No, he said I saw him.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So am I here again, or am I
You're
still-
on board the vessel.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
you're helping. Okay.
They had to move. No, they had to move the boat. You're going. I'm going to the bar, but they're having to move the boat.
Okay.
So you're.
Yeah.
You,
Just wondering.
once it gets back docked, then you can go to the bar.
I'm like, dude,
Do you know something?
I don't tell him. I pull Kern aside and say the language I was speaking. No,
somehow
just-
Kurt is slowly becoming more trustworthy.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
also,
I can trust
it's
Kern not
also-
to shoot him.
Also,
That's
for
why.
clarification, when you get closer, you realize it can't be, because this thing is taller than they are. Because remember, they were human sized. They did the whole folded arms look like priests. This you could not confuse this with a human being by any stretch. It looks more like a giant praying mantis, for lack of a better term.
So it might just be another.
It's another species.
Yeah. And I say, no, it's not. You remember that? Then knowing that. Remember that weird language, Lucius? This guy is not part of that, if you're worried that he's an insect.
Why would you even open that?
Because you were told that was an insect language. So I'm just trying to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're.
Okay, I thought. Okay.
Just so if that's
No kill.
no kill. Lucius, no
Anyway,
kill.
So tempted to say,
Even-
even
even
that
though
language
these
you've been
weird
saying on the
mandibles-
ship this whole time?
he also has this metal device hanging around his neck. It's like a little tiny conch shell. He makes a clicking sound. And when he says that, the little box says, "So, what can I do for you guys?"
Hello, Mike.
And I don't understand. That doesn't register as Jarl to me. That language.
not.
Is, okay, just making
No,
sure.
no,
just
no,
making sure.
the clicking was not.
Don't speak Jarl to him.
Yarlum, the sound of Yarlum sounds like multiple voices talking at the same time. That's why it caused the lip splits, because you're actually, it's like,
It's triple speak.
it's verbal throat speaking. You're actually
Got it.
talking words while throat singing. It's really painful, unless you have that third jaw, so to speak.
Cool.
This is not that.
Cool.
Anyway, so what can I do for you guys?
Here to drop off a shipment.
Oh, yeah, this is the sandal. How's Dabra?
He's very good. Have you met him before?
Oh, yeah, take shipments off this ship most of the time when he comes down.
I think he mentioned you once, but I don't.
Yeah,
I think he only had kind words.
Well, he'd been at our house since he owes me like 50 from the last game we played.
I see. Dad also doesn't pay anyone else's debts.
It's just a kind of a running thing. We play penny a point. Not a big amount. Anyway, what are we looking at? How many cases?
16 cases.
Alrighty, we'll get those moved out right away. Hey, you interested in taking a load farther up the coast? We got several shipments that need to go to Barbos.
How far is Barbos?
Pretty much.
Oh, jeez. That's a little out of the way for us right now. We're
Okay. Were you heading back south then?
no, we're going to be heading south for a bit, and
South from here, that'd be out into the Blackwater.
we have another thing to do in the Blackwater.
You're going in the Blackwater?
Not directly.
He doesn't
A
share anything
more
with us. He
secure-
tells this guy more than
I
tells
think
us.
Craig is talking too much.
No, he's not really telling him where we're going. He's trying to avoid it, but
Right.
saying the Blackwater is like, whoa.
Just say we're going back to
Okay.
Silk.
You can't
okay.
go to the Blackwater.
Keep in mind, all of this
but just
is
say we're going back to
Blackwater.
Yeah, but we're
The
gonna-
Blackwater could also be I'm going north.
Right, but you said you're going south from here.
Yes.
Yes.
south along the coast.
Yeah. So a little bit less
Yeah, but
Blackwater.
straight. Okay, he said no, but we're not. But we're not going. We're not interested in going to Barbos. We're going south, and south from here was straight into Blackwater. There's nothing south
directly
of here.
south. Oh.
Yeah. So when you say south, otherwise you say south southwest or something like that, indicating that you're going along the coast.
All you.
That is all you.
Well, he doesn't need to know anyways.
Yeah,
Right.
he doesn't.
Right.
Same.
It's like saying, yeah, we know we're going to the storm, but we're going to tell him we're going the opposite direction. Who cares?
And he goes.
Unless he's going to hop aboard our ship because he wants to go into Blackwater.
Okay.
All right. So, well, anyway, if you're not interested in any other cargo, I'll just get these unloaded for you right away. It's agreed to is 42.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it'll be 38 after we pay the lumpers if we have to unload it.
That sounds fair.
Cold to unload?
Captain.
So yes,
You say Bugsy whistles and a whole group of different
I've got a bug
lumpers.
whistle. A bug whistle.
Yeah.
Cicada.
It sounds like 3 whistles going off at the same time, I imagine.
Yeah. Anyway, he whistles and the crewmen come to unload her, and they drop the dock and away they go. Fairly short work, maybe hour and a half. They get you unloaded. And it counts out the 38 to your hand, and as you sign off, saying that you're complete, this shipment is no longer your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them loading them onto very large wagons that say Mavu Imports on the side of it, like banners, like big advertising banners. Seems really strange because normally when you're doing shipping, especially if you're doing something that you think is kind of shady, you don't go marking it so clearly.
You mark it as something else, if anything. All right, perfect. So that's all taken care of.
Does he know that we know what the shipment was?
You don't know what the shipment was.
Can I ask? Mess around with him. So what was it?
Circus supplies.
Nice. You know I'm an acrobat too. You have any cool circus supplies I can buy from you guys?
Are you looking to join?
You want to join the circus?
No, I'm good.
What, my ship not entertaining enough for you?
I wanted to see if I could buy one from him. If he would be honest enough to let me buy one, it'd be a nice weapon for
The
him.
problem is this is just the shipping company. It's basically like Amazon handing it over to FedEx in a sense.
I know, but at least if they were going to sell it to us, it'd be less.
You don't realize the people we're dealing with, the amount of.
We just need
Yeah.
more magic weapons. So I was seeing if we
Oh!
could buy one.
Well, if what you're looking for is personal. Let me
Personal
ask you
magical
this:
protection.
if you are as familiar with the circus as you claim to be, are
I
you?
said I'm an acrobat. I didn't say I was familiar with.
That's what he got from your comment. And silence.
No, he's looking at you. You're going to that after telling you it was circus materials, and then you say you're an acrobat, but now you're saying are you sure that's the answer you want to go with? Because you're suggesting that you might have an interest in the circus.
I'm just my curiosity speaking. I just wanted to know what you guys are transporting.
Yeah, and that's like I'm a lion tamer.
Or whatever he is, Tamer.
No, it's just his boss.
He's talking about his boss.
Yeah, I get it. That's what I'm saying. Whatever he is.
Okay, well, if you keep your eyes open for anything that would be good for my profession when we're coming through port. I'd be happy.
Now, what would be your profession? You're clearly not an acrobat.
I'm a monk looking for some
You
protection
flip
of
down
a
your eye patch.
protection of a protection of a magical variety.
Sometimes people's subtlety just knows no bounds. You want magic stuff, you gotta take risks. Like, there's a vessel I happen to know of that's headed to the Maelstrom. And they're intending to take booty from there, and they're leaving at dawn.
Where's that at?
Hmm?
What's the name of that vessel?
Oh, name of the vessel. Let me look at my papers here.
We going to
Yeah, but you're currently on the saddle. So.
I know, but I don't know if he's because he just visited our ship, so apparently he's not talking
Do we have
about our
bombs?
Hmm?
We have bombs.
We
Just
do not have we do not
sabotage
have
the other ship.
incendiary devices. I was like, why?
Sabotage the other ship.
Oh no, I'm already
Well,
just
did we-
saying.
well-
You just have to destroy the rudder and the whole dang thing.
Well,
is
my thing
crippled.
is just, do we know of any other ships that are going? Did we know that?
We do not know.
No.
This is news to us. Also in meta, cha-ching.
Yeah, she's called the Strumpet.
Okay. Well,
She'll be leaving from. It points in the sky, inland, and you see an airship.
Another
Says-
fucking airship.
He says she's headed out under Captain Kelman.
Kelman?
Yeah.
Captain.
Do ships usually come here as a last harbor before they go into the Maelstrom?
Did I say Maelstrom?
You said Maelstrom.
Well,
Darn
considering this is
translator.
considering how far south you already are, if you're looking for booty, you're either doing it on Haunted Island or Haunted Mansion Island, or you're headed for the Maelstrom. And since you're this far south, I don't imagine you're running all the way home if you're going after booty.
I'm just doing what my captain told me. I
Of
thought we were
course.
just going out for a cruise. But we're taking off now. I got to go tell my captain about the strumpet.
Sure. Not that it'll make a difference. They're going to hit the storms at different times.
Yeah.
Literally. He kind of grins.
Okay.
Grin. That's terrifying.
Well, and not only that, his grin would include him trying to move the muscles
the
for
nubs.
the extra. Yeah.
And
They wiggle.
I go. I'm done. No weapons. Are we setting off?
Unless there's something else you guys wanted to do.
Well, we
Waiting for
need
everybody
to
else to get
we need to
bombed.
restock
Yeah.
supplies.
Okay.
So-
that's already happened. So
Yeah, need to make sure that the surgeon's got everything she needs. Make sure. Is Aaron looking fatigued?
No, he's already up in the rigging doing his job.
Okay, so he bounced back pretty fast.
Okay.
Eglith, do you need any supplies or anything? You've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I think I need a shield. I forgot.
You wish to procure a new shield?
Yeah.
He left us at the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Would you like a particular type or style?
Just a good one.
A good shield. All right, so seeing as how this is a port town, there's probably a little trade district. Is there?
Yep. Standard rate.
Do we all want to go to the trade district and spend a couple hours gandering at everything?
I'm good.
You don't want to find something, Mr.
He
Monk?
wants to sail. He's now on his way for. He's dedicated to finding magic. If magic is in the storm, he's headed for the storm.
But the thing is, they more than likely come back here after going through the storm. So if there is treasure,
I mean, he's saying. I haven't said that out loud. I'm on the ship. I'm brewing my brew. I'm out here trying to. Make
he's
stuff.
trying to find magic of another variety.
I'm out on the bow and I'm singing. Just to myself, mostly. But it's kind of sad.
I need to procure a pack again. It's like drop mine.
Reload.
What happened to your last bag, bud?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, I guess it's me and you.
And Eagles,
Would you like to join Egglith, or do you
Yeah, I
want to
get the
stay
shield.
behind?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Right.
We have to make sure the shield is fitted properly for you. You know, in case we have to let some out. Or...
Right. And actually, into the vial.
Emmett.
All right. So,
So yeah, we're
right up your list of gear and spend regular book rate. There are a few that will hint about selling magic, but none of the shops will actually come out and say that they do so until you have proof that you've weathered the Maelstrom. Basically, there's kind of a code among those that have traveled the slips of time that you don't trade with.
a sort of double speak, if you will. A bit of a cant.
No, they specifically ask questions that you wouldn't be able to answer. Like, so what kind of a time did you have at the island?
A grand time.
Goodbye.
Hey, it's as much as I know.
I'm on the ship, so I'm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually would have used that would probably been the best opportunity to be letting the sunlight shine on this sword. Okay, sometimes things you don't know what's going to help get you in.
True. So you're going to show the weapon to the person that just asked you that question?
I'm going to basically just leave it to where people can see it.
Oh,
The hill.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead and.
I'm still keeping a watchful eye on it, but
I know, but
yeah.
rogues are rogues, so. A young kid tries to grab it.
Catch him,
Might be 13-year-old kid.
catch him by the arm.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Got confused.
We all get confused sometimes.
You better let me go. 'Cause my big brother might get mad at you for attacking me like that. I mean, in this town, if I call out, the guards will come and take you away for who knows what it is you're doing.
Listen to the little twerp.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you're a pickpocket in these towns.
Well, because you're not working alone. City this big, you don't work alone.
Yep.
What are you doing wearing that thing in public anyway? You're going to get somebody killed.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. Cursed weapons are not things you normally wear out in the public. That when the weapon on the side of it clearly says "death to tall ones," it kind of gives the idea that it should be a cursed weapon.
And that is how we finally figured out what the hell the damn sword says. We could never figure that out.
Death to
No, you
tall.
tell him it's a bane weapon.
Oh, it's just funny.
Anybody taller than a dwarf.
That's what I was saying. I was like, that's what I was saying. I was like,
I stole his back.
Where my shorties at?
who are they talking to?
The guy who tried to steal the
The
knife.
little 13-year-old that tried to take the cutlass.
Oh,
Okay, so
I was.
once he
singing
goes
that
and I see
quite
it's
well.
not getting us into any back alley tents,
Well, it might if you stay out until dark. You may find yourselves in a back alley tent, but it won't be one you want to be in.
No, I meant a black market
Yeah.
esque.
Yep.
But no, if it doesn't do anything besides get a couple kids to try and snatch it, I'll cover it up. All right, so we purchase him a nice shield, properly sized for Goliath.
And he gets his pack back. Yay.
Well, the engineering
I
pack.
need to put
A new pack.
safety.
Can I specify something
Do you
about
want
it?
to
or-
do one? Huh?
Can I specify something about it?
Sure.
Like it's. Because I don't know the like.
You can
fighting
specify its
mechanics and-
shape. You could specify if it has an emblem on
Oh, like
it.
I mean abilities and stuff.
Oh, you cannot.
You
That's
can't-
what the
that's
point
kinda
here.
what we've been trying to.
The point is that this
Magic
place
weapon.
won't sell to you magic until you prove you've been to the place where you can get that stuff, which is the store.
which is where we're going, anyways. But
Well, it's
until
just
after.
like how it looks.
You can get, a guy will sell you a magic weapon. It'll actually, he'll tell you that it does this and that and this and that. But the spellcasters in your group will be able to tell you immediately, no, it's bullshit. You just spent a whole lot of money for a shield that doesn't do anything. So,
I want a shield of protection. What's it do? It shields.
it protects.
Right. So,
But if you wanted like a holy symbol on it
so
or
did
something.
you tell them about the strumpet?
When we
Yes.
get back.
Okay.
When they get back, I tell them as I'm spinning a bottle of what I just created, hoping it tastes good.
The strumpet?
Oh, that's very funny. It's not even been a day yet. You're going to try to drink it?
It's just juice, guys. Gotta
Swill.
sit some more.
Freaking swill.
It's just juice.
It tastes like freaking grape skin, if anything.
Water with grain in the bottom. Ah.
Yeah, so there's another. So we probably want to get out there because there's another ship captain chasing our booty.
That's not accurate.
I know, but I don't know that time gets displaced or anything, so I'm technically just saying.
Well, you just said he's headed for the Maelstrom. That does not mean he's headed after your loot.
But that's the thing. I don't know anything about it. I'm not.
Oh, so that might have been something you might have gone to do is to talk. Ask
I
them.
know, but I'm just saying. I'm not a pirate. I'm not a sailor. So I'm just delivering the sense of urgency here. I don't know what's in the Maelstrom. I don't even know what it is. I've been on land. I don't know what. So I'm delivering what my character would assume is going on.
Right.
Based on
we
the
have an assumption that the Windswept is in this storm. Beyond
Yes,
that, we
so
don't have
It
much
vanished.
information.
Everybody going into that storm, I'm assuming, is going after the Windswept. Without giving that away, that's why I didn't say anything to him. That's why I
Gotcha.
just coyly ran away. I just
Gotcha.
assume anybody. I don't know that it displaces time. Matt and I
Right.
do.
Doing anything. Right.
So I'm just like, dude, somebody's going after our shit. Somebody else knows about this. Somebody's talked. This is my paranoia playing again. Somebody talked about what we're doing, and there's another flying ship. So I'm assuming Bob.
You're not a flying ship.
No, the Strumpet.
Right.
And the only other flying ship that we've been on recently was Bob's.
The ramshackle.
The
Yeah,
Ram.
but the ramshackle isn't here.
But everything is paranoia, man. It's all just
Okay.
paranoid dreams.
Could have been
Who
the
do we know that tells everything to everyone?
this could have been the ship that we saw earlier
So
when you were asleep.
you have a shield.
I was drunk.
Yeah, drunk, knocked out.
I don't know.
I'm being nice.
The one that you guys.
Oh, you
you saw
we-
flying
we
overhead.
spotted you.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but I know it's good. Though. I have it on the phone.
I'll
Well, if you have it at home, just bring it next time.
Okay, I get to know.
So yeah, I just saw another. Somebody told me there's another ship going into the Maelstrom. So, it was a flying ship. We don't, it's the Strumpet, but I think somebody's going after what's ours.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens when a flying ship goes into a storm.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens
Taking
when a
taking
ship
all
on
gambling
water.
bets right now. Does it fall or does it get caught?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not really that comfortable with our ship going into the storm, but we have to do it. So,
It's made of sturdy oak.
All right. So,
I have faith.
all shopping aside, each one of you that was shopping, go ahead and roll a d20 for Scuttlebutt, though, because you couldn't hardly help to hear something.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
You want to borrow dice?
no, I don't. I wasn't in the. Is there anybody that went shopping?
Just those of you that went shopping.
Okay, so the 3. I got a 9.
Okay.
18.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, they're all multiples of 3.
yeah. So the 6, you basically hear that the other ship, this Strumpet, is a whaler. It's actually known for taking down some of the largest whales in the region. So if it's going into the storm, it might be actually trying to chase some legendary whale. You rolled a 9.
I rolled a 9.
And with a 9, the story is slightly different. It seems that the Strumpet is, the captain, Kelman, is actually searching for the Lorelei, a vessel that the love of his life apparently was taken aboard by some scoundrel, and he's hoping to
Find
get
her.
Rhea to save her. And then you rolled 18?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, and on the 18, what you hear is that there's been some kind of great calamity up in the mountains north of Banbury, where a large chunk of the mountain has fallen in on itself, and that there's some kind of perturbance, a change in the very nature of the soil there, that the rocks have taken on weird characteristics, and that speculators are starting to send mining crews to go see what this new material might be.
Are we hearing this from like different people?
Different people,
Oh.
right?
Different sources.
And who's the one that could detect lying?
Anybody
Everyone
can.
could make an
Yeah.
insight check.
Everybody can make an insight
So
check.
can I do that?
But is
for the
this
person I
more-
heard?
This is just This is just
Alright.
stuff you hear. It's
This,
not.
this is people passing by and talking about
Also
it.
gossip. Just
Yeah.
gossip.
Yeah.
It's not talking directly to
Oh,
us.
okay. Oh.
Right. These aren't sources that you can challenge. It's just stuff you hear.
It's hearsay and the conjecture and
Chit
everything.
chat.
Yep.
Actually,
I'm-
the term scuttlebutt actually comes from nautical, the place where they go to get drinks of water. They would go to
Scuttle.
yeah, and they would scoop water and drink, and when they would literally the idea of the getting information at the water cooler goes all the way back, and so you would just while you were getting water from the scuttle, you'd hear
It's
what
a
was
butt of water. That's what it is.
It's the container, yeah.
Container is the butt, and then the stuff that the guys are talking when
I like
they
my room.
from other parts of the ship.
You like
get
your room?
together.
Oh, I like more, and it's
Everywhere.
such a wonderful story. Someone ought to write a book about it. He's going
You're
to
going
get
gravelings everywhere.
Gravely.
gravelings.
There's going to be a run on the money. They're going to have a equivalent of a gold rush, graveling for us.
A grave rush.
I wonder how it fell in. Probably overmined it, or somebody did something, or too much gravelings got together and they went.
It's the old line. The
Perhaps-
dwarves dug too deep.
Or perhaps somebody figured out blast mining.
Or somebody lit off the black powder.
Where are we at now? Well, we're coming back
to the ship.
We just got a few extra rumors. Don't worry, nothing bad for you. Cool.
And not following any of them. Till later.
No strings to hold. Well, okay, technically two. We are kind of going in the same direction, so they might parallel. No
Oh, that's
strings.
true.
Got no strings.
All right.
to hold.
So about an hour before the change in the tides, you actually because they pointed out to the party where the
Strumpet.
stripper was tied, and you see the tide. It loosed from its moorings and head out to sea, or over the sea, I should say. Over the waves.
We're experiencing some turbulence.
Yes. And it's an interesting vessel. It is. It's got 4 of the dwarvish style lifting tanks, but it's
Oh.
also got all kinds of external rigging so that it utilizes the winds for its actual
propulsion.
propulsion. It doesn't depend on the engines for anything other than lift.
Lift.
Yeah.
I wait till my hair dries, braid it up. I sang very well. I wrote a natural 20 on my singing.
Good for you.
Mostly not a song, but just tonal things, you know.
Yeah. More than likely, crewmen would have thrown copper pieces at you too.
What kind of flag is is there a flag on the strumpet?
Oh, good point. Yeah, no, the strumpet is.
Rainbow.
Oh no, no!
Come on,
Clearly.
just be one of us. Give us a
One of us. One of us. No.
None of us.
Yellow
We might
Rail.
get there. We still have an hour and 15 minutes to get here.
So we're gonna go in. We're gonna see what's going on. Take stock of everything. We're gonna spend maybe an hour or two gathering as much information if there's anyone there already. And then we're gonna see what we can do. We're not just gonna go in, crossbow bolts flying.
I like the
My
way the
plan was to
I like
get
the way the
on.
captain has to say, "We are doing it this way, and we are doing this, and we are not doing that."
Well, I'm
That
hoping
is typically
we
the
have
job of the
enough room
captain
No, I get
pass
to
on
say
to-
this is the plan.
to the ship.
So
or
what's the
something
plan?
To try to
So the
get
plan
up
is we're
there.
going to go in and we're going to take stock on what's going on because we've never been in there. We don't know if once we get in we're immediately going to be under siege or if there's going to be a town or something.
Are we on the boat? Or where are we?
We're currently on Saddle getting ready to.
Oh,
And
okay.
we're watching the.
We're watching the Strumpet, which is the flying ship that was going in with two different stories of.
Direction.
Well, they're both
Purpose.
purpose.
Okay.
Mine was he's going in to get his Shanghai lover back. Yours was they're going in
The
to
whaler.
the whaling.
Whaler ship.
Possibly going in for one whale of a catch.
Okay, so yeah, it's flying the Balani and Turkunian flags. Those are
Means nothing.
no, they wouldn't mean something to Kern because his father has dealt with traders from Bylon, and Turkun is across the block, across the Tween Sea from here, so it's really not much of a threat. But the fact that it's flying both flags indicates that the vessel is trying to play the middle of the field, not want to be offending anybody. But both the Bylani and the Turkunians are relatively strong military forces, so by flying those flags, you're trying to put yourself in the middle of safety. You're not running any risks.
We support both of you. Please don't kill us.
Exactly. And if you kill us, if you attack us, then possibly those governments might retaliate. So
Yeah, if the Bilani attack, the Tirkuns will attack, and so on. and so
Not
forth.
wholly, or does that make sense?
what's that?
Naval, or at least normal. Is it normal to fly flags all the time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Of nations, or your specific, like,
It does make
are
sense
you
to fly
flying
flags.
your
of-
own flag, like the Witheni estate flag, or is it just like?
The saddle is currently flying the Witheni estate flag.
So
Okay.
so
To
that's
identify you.
indicating private ownership. If he had any national leanings,
Allegiance,
if he
or-
had any, if he was a loyalist to the government of Apex, he'd be flying the flag of Fulcrum.
At the moment, we're not,
Not
flying any
flying.
flags of loyalty to anyone other than
Right.
the Witheni.
No rainbow flag?
No. No.
Well, you're not a ship of state for the now, anyways. Not formally.
No, yeah. Right now, we're just doing our jobs.
All right. So, how many more days now? It's 14 more days into the storm from here. Is that what you said?
I thought it was 12, but
12?
yeah, something,
Yeah.
something like that.
12. Yeah. All right. So, first few days are going to be really uneventful. Obviously, by the time you guys weigh anchor, the Strumpet is long gone on the
Of course.
horizon. Just a speck on the horizon.
Of course it is.
It doesn't have to deal with the waves.
The coast here, though, is not near as foreboding as before. It's not that rocky mountainous stuff. Instead, it's sandy beaches and looks a little bit like a
little bit like a
tourist
getaway.
trap kind
like,
of
like
place.
a getaway kind of.
Right, with palm trees and
They got some fairly attractive women.
yeah,
walking around with
local
coconuts.
natives, right,
with coconut drinks.
rowing out with their little outriggers to try to trade with you guys.
Marines on deck. Prepare for boarders.
But Captain, they're gorgeous. I don't care.
Looks are deceiving.
Shoot them. What? No.
They can't be trusted. They're demons. They're sirens. They're temptresses.
Nice.
Shoot them.
Slave machine.
No. Oh, no.
So the first
Not within the-
week of your travel south goes completely uneventfly.
Lucius
Um,
is completely shoot. She kill them all. Let God sort them out.
There are here more since the waters are shallower here. The majority of vessels you're going to run into are going to be fishing boats and things like that, shrimpers and things like that.
We do our best to avoid their path. We're not trying to get in their way.
Right. Well, obviously you stay closer, farther out into the waters.
Mm-hmm. Well, we really don't want some fishing crew to get pissed.
But the storm on the horizon keeps getting bigger as you get closer to it. And on the morning of the 10th day, there is nothing ahead of you but the wall of storm. It's just, you're so close in now that from horizon to horizon
It's
now he tells it.
Slowly.
now you might have gotten lucky to get something with a little with an alcohol proof to it. Out of your moonshiner.
No, I was talking about that. I was latching myself to the ship.
Oh, that's it.
Reconnecting his lanyard.
You want some cotton for your ears?
By nightfall, however, you see that the surface of the water is strewn with wreckage. There's pieces and spars and railings. Looks like a vessel that's pretty much obliterated. Bodies floating face down in the waters.
Any gold on there?
Is there any way for us to
They
check and see if there's any
identified how
survivors?
long they've
Well,
been-
as soon as you see the first of the wreckage, you start. I mean, the standard protocol is you start calling out with to
Hello?
voices. There is no response.
Anyone
Yeah,
clean?
some of the bodies will float by close enough. You can see that the death that they faced must have been fairly violent because the bodies aren't
They're
even
mangled.
whole. There's pieces. The flesh has been picked by
What is it?
Carrion.
the crabs are crawling on them and that kind of stuff.
So there's remains floating in the water coming out of this giant storm, and
So we sailed along the coast, and right now we're just the
we're
sun
getting
is, like,
we're
just there.
we're about 2 days away from actually being considered in
Can we
it.
tell like what attacked them, like sharks or?
It looks like it was ripped to shreds by tremendous force, like winds or
Them huge.
hailstorms or whatever. Whatever it was, it looks like the wreckage of a shipwreck that would occur after a storm. It's just literally what they call the flotsam and the jetsam. Just all the bits and
The
pieces.
stuff that floats easily when the rest sinks.
And the stuff that floats
There's
easily
some
is
parts that are
is the
so
crew.
heavy
Sorry.
they won't float, even though they're wood.
And there are in amongst them you do see some fairly decent sized chests and boxes floating. The crew's basically asking whether we should try to recover anything from it.
We get some gaffing poles and see if we can scoop them out.
If it's nothing of value, it's floating.
It's still better to check and see, even if it's just a couple supplies. And plus, worst case scenario, it's empty chests, and now we have chests.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll inspect them properly before we open them.
so roll percentage dice for me.
Percentiles.
All of us?
Just one step for now.
87.
Yeah, you'll actually find a box. It's waterlogged, but it's a box of what looks like fine clothing for someone of more than likely some form of noble rank. In particular, it looks like dresses and such of a woman. Of course, as soon as that happens, the crew starts grumbling about the fact that we have a female on board. This is what happens when you put a woman on board a ship. They all crash.
Stay over here.
Well, it could have been a shipment.
Huh?
It could have been a shipment.
Could have been a shipment, except it was in a chest.
I pray for the dead.
I'm assuming it's
Hope their souls go to
the
heaven.
scenario of men can get lonely.
There's also a second box. Oh, roll again. Somebody else, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're gonna do
Okay.
5 rolls, let's have everyone do one.
Sure.
So we're gonna have our
Percentage
yep. So it's these two.
These,
Both of
they
these.
look like that.
Yep. So
Okay.
you'll roll this one. If we get another one, she'll roll.
If you look on top, there's 5 numbers.
Oh, so it's this one.
Yeah. No, that's D8. So this one is right, but you're looking for one that's exactly like this, just with those zeros on it. So.
I found it.
This one. No, that's a D8.
Nope, you're good.
This one.
That's
So both
D8.
of these?
Yep.
40?
Yep, and then 0 on the other, so he's got 40 even.
40 even. All right. In this case, the chest has an odd-looking firearm with a cork attached. Looks like a blunderbuss.
Is it a cork gun?
Exactly what it looks like. You can see tiny runes written on the side of the cork, though. There's a slash mark on the handle indicating two tally marks on the side of the barrel. I mean, on the side of the handle.
Okay, but it has a cork in the end of it, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cork
And a
has
string.
magic runes on it.
And the cork's got about a 12-foot string attached to it.
I think maybe our crossbowmen might like that.
Why would he like a cork gun?
Why would you like it?
I was going to give it to Tommy.
Oh!
You crazy?
It's it looks like a toy gun. Why would I be crazy? I have know nothing of magic. Nobody else is telling me anything.
Okay,
Right,
for
nobody's-
clarifying sakes,
Nobody's seen one
does
of these yet.
well, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
does
nobody's
it
seen
look
one.
like an actual cork gun where they pull and it pops out, or does it actually look like it's got a mechanism?
It's got a triggering mechanism.
Okay, I just for shits and giggles, I shoot it into the air out to see what happens.
Oh, so you take it upon...
You take it upon yourself to test it.
I test it. I think it's a toy. I have no idea what magic
Roll a
is.
d6 for me.
It looks like a toy. If I
No.
1.
That was a D8.
Oh, that's.
D6 is normal dice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
5.
Okay. Point it out to see. The cork flies out the
String.
full length of the string, which is 30 feet, and then boom! There's this thunderous sound, echoes now across the ocean.
Every fish scatters.
There's a wave of energy that leaves from where the cork is forward, as if somebody cast a thunder wave.
Oh, I'm keeping this myself. I'm not giving this to anyone.
And as you
in mind you are
and
not
as you
proficient
pull
in it,
as you
so-
pull the line back in, as you reel the line back in,
I don't need to aim.
as you reel the line back in, a third slash appears on the handle.
Oh,
So how many-
okay. So
It's
got
keeping
shot
track of
twice
that.
before.
Or it's just how many things it's killed, because we
Okay,
don't know
I'm gonna
what
put it in my
it
bag.
did.
I'm not gonna use this for regular battle, but I'm gonna get it analyzed by somebody eventually because I don't think giving it to him because that's all we need.
Everybody heard it, so you're not going to
Yeah,
give
no,
it
I'm gonna
away.
tell
There's no
people-
hype.
I'll be
They'll
like,
see you
no,
do
I'll be like,
this.
oh,
Imagine giving it to the kid and
well, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking hole in the damn
You
dick.
guys, I don't have Arcana. I don't have anything to check it. It looks like a toy gun to me.
You could have asked.
Anyway,
Oh,
I
who
honestly
was?
figured this.
Did anybody ask that those are magical dresses? No, weird.
There's no runes on them.
No, all I can imagine is Kurt's now holding the dress. It's just like
Yo, if we find stuff in the water,
oh tiara.
be careful.
I rolled an 86.
Roll an 86. Okay, you actually find a ship's log.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
It's the watersogged desk of the ship is what you're seeing, and going back to the vessel's known as the Worm's Lantern with a W.
Let's just.
The worms, lantern.
Worm's
These to him.
Lantern. WYRMS.
Okay.
You might be asked to
Lantern,
make a roll with
L-A-
percentiles.
Yes,
Those are your
L-A-T-E-R.
percentiles.
Yes. The record book is badly smeared or whatever, but in the back there's a slide and a document is folded in there that is still sealed.
Okay. We'll take that out, dry it off, and then read it.
Okay. Well, letting it dry completely before you try to open it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And next.
So, Egglith, would you be so kind as to roll those?
Oh, okay. Gonna offer you.
$71.
71.
71.
Oh, 77.
77.
Ooh, doubles. That's roll again, right?
Yeah.
77. The box, when you open it, has a metal plate in the bottom of it,
Ooh.
and seeming to grow directly from the metal plate are red crystal, green crystal, and blue crystal.
Those stones.
You want to check
No.
it for me?
Red, blue, and green.
I actually don't think I have read magic. Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay, I think it's my cantrip that I took for sure. It's not read, it's I can't read magic yet, but I don't think.
Well,
Read magic wouldn't work on stone. You'd have to read.
it looks as if
emblems.
crystals are growing, right?
Right.
What were the colors again?
Red, green, and
Yeah, so it kind of looks like
Red.
ruby, emerald, and sapphire.
are protruding out of the metal slab.
Or magic detect or something?
I got detect magic.
That might help. It tells
Go
us at
ahead.
least the school if it is magical
Just
in
to see-
nature.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's inside of a box. Remember, it's inside of inside of a little box. And although it was in the water deep enough that it should have been filled, pretty close to filled with water, there is no water inside.
It was airtight somehow.
They just waterproof.
Or they grow in water.
Oh, they grew off the metal plate.
Do I sense any magic?
Okay, unless you use
Yeah.
the detect, you won't.
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's a
Where-
spell.
oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
using detect magic.
yeah.
Okay, when you cast detect magic,
Mm-hmm.
Everything within
the box itself detects as magic.
a particular school.
That's good.
I'm trying.
You have to tell me what is.
Abjuration, evocation,
No,
divination.
no. What would a bag of holding / box of haversack?
I
What are those?
believe maybe abjuration, because abjuration I believe is to bring forth, or am I thinking something else? Because it's not evocation, because that's more like fireball and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's outward expression, and it's not conjuring because conjuring is to create.
So, give me 2 seconds, because they do actually have a list here.
Yeah. So
So,
while he's looking
while
for
I'm
that,
looking for
the
the
issue
list-
is that you can't detect the stones because the stones are inside
Here
the
we are.
box.
I only
the
detect
box
the
itself,
box.
you're only detecting magic on the box itself.
Abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation. Conjuration involves the transportation of objects and creatures from one location to another. Enchantment affects the minds of others, influencing or controlling their behavior. Evocation, magical energies. Transmutation, change the properties of an object or environment. Abjuration are protective in nature. They create magical barriers, negate harmful effects, harm trespassers.
That's why I thought creating magic barriers. I thought it created the non-dimensional spaces.
So I would say either conjuration or abjuration
More than likely,
personally,
yeah.
but
More than likely, abjuration.
all right. So it registers as abjuration.
By the way, you'd also, since that has an area, you'll also detect the gun and the dresses.
Oh, the dresses are also something. I was about to say Kern's being weary now with those things. Gonna put it on and turn you into something. Let's see.
And then your turn.
Lucius.
60.
Thunderwave is evocation, by the way.
Okay. Yes.
13?
60.
60.
60. Okay. Yeah, the inside of a rather soggy.
Knapsack, probably.
No, it's a musical case. Is a it's like a viol.
A viol or viola.
A viol.
Viol. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's like a small violin kind of?
Larger than a violin.
Larger than a violin.
Yeah.
I'm not musically inclined, so I'm ignorant.
Viola.
Sorry, stream, I'm ignorant.
The viola is the largest of the string instruments, other than the bass played with a bow.
Well, no,
And the
it's
cello.
the largest violin-like instrument. The next one up is the cello, and the next one up is the
Right, but
bass.
both the cello and the bass are played on the
A
ground.
cello, you
They're
stand
both,
like
but
here,
they're both played on the ground generally.
not the viola.
No, I said
Oh, The bass.
I said of that style of instrument,
A cello.
and the bass are played standing up. The viola is the largest of the instruments
Yes.
played at the chin.
Yeah. I know I used to play. I played violin. I didn't like it. It hurt. And so I picked up the viola. And
So Tiara, these belong to you.
The dresses.
Yes, hopefully they fit.
I'll go ahead and cast again.
Are
Detect
they
magic
group
on.
Well, your detect magic is an area of
Oh,
effect,
it's
so you
still-
get
it's still
all
on.
of these.
It's
Oh,
still
okay,
on.
I
So
got
what
it.
were the
Everything,
dresses?
everything you've pulled from the water is registering as magic.
Oh, even
So
her notes?
The viola.
The ones that
Even the book.
even the book,
And
nice.
actually, the folded letter in particular.
Okay. What do the dresses
Okay,
come up
let's
as? I'm
get
just
down to
curious.
the folded leather once it dries.
Yes. Oh, the dresses are transmutation.
Ooh! That might be fun.
Privately in the quarters, Lucius puts
Well,
on.
transmutation would be stuff that would like actually change your appearance and everything.
I know.
So
I'm not gonna put them on.
put on a dress, turn
Yeah,
into a-
secretly in his cabin.
There's enough for every member of the crew. We can all be.
It's always the quiet ones.
It's always the.
Wait, so if you put it
It's always the quiet ones who are
Well,
quick to the
something could happen.
crossbow.
Transmutation
Ghostbuster
changes
reference.
you. So the dresses read
Say
as
anything?
we don't know.
They transmute. They
Yeah.
transmute.
So detect magic, all it does is
Yeah.
let us know what school it comes from. So it doesn't tell us what they
You actually
do.
have to cast a spell called Identify to actually know, and that's
Or-
usually
That's
a
a
higher level spell.
Or actually
no,
put
it's
the
a first
dress
level spell,
on
but it
to
requires
see
a
what happens.
pearl worth 100
Boy,
gold pieces.
get in here.
As a
Lucius, are you
focus.
volunteering to put these dresses
No,
on?
I called the boy.
You didn't want to give me?
No,
We're not gonna put Tommy in the dress.
you have to find out what
I
to
can
do.
check.
Hey, I
Let
fired
me
the.
try.
Ask the volunteer.
I almost
I'll
gave the gun to Tommy. Did I tell you
try
that?
it on. I don't think we
Okay.
have anybody else picks of that form.
Okay, so she's
I
volunteering
don't know
for
if
the
it's large
dresses.
enough, but at least I can try. I mean, she's willing to.
Okay.
You're gonna put it on.
Document seal. The box.
Yeah, she's gonna go.
We've played the long game of fighting
Not
getting her
here.
into a dress to not be against it.
You wanna do
Because the
what?
last 3 times, oh, here's a
You
dress.
bless
No!
me. Thank you very much.
Good luck.
I almost gave the gun to Tommy. Did I tell you?
She'll go downstairs,
Yeah,
put one of the
we almost gave
dresses
everything to Tommy.
on, come back up.
Bills.
Tommy's going. Get in.
He's like, a what?
Well, depending on what these crystals do, maybe we can.
Are we still? Did everybody get? What,
Okay.
everybody get something?
Everybody rolled. Everybody got something.
Everybody rolled.
Everything is magical. So
Yeah.
So she's
That-
trying on the dress.
My wish fulfilled.
Just imagine.
You
we're
got
playing-
Hopefully this is all.
What I get?
You got the
30 feet is the range. 30 feet.
30 feet plus the range of the spell, which is another 10.
You said
15.
it was forward, right?
Yeah, well, okay. That's why you have to roll the 6-sided.
Oh, gotcha.
On a bad roll, it can be aimed back at you.
Got it.
I guess the second notch was
Last-
backwards.
Last
No, the issue is that the cork is going out at the end of a string, and it can actually get tangled and end up facing the wrong
The
direction.
last resort weapon is what I'm going to call that thing.
Or first resort. It's usually you do that.
I'm not
First.
Lucius. It's not a first. There's no such thing as a
First
first resort
resort.
weapon.
You never know. Like, use your best one.
Let's say it's a weapon that can be used.
All right. So, what'd you end up with? You gave the dresses away.
I gave the dresses to her.
Okay.
I said
I would
try one
not
on.
mind seeing what those crystals do, but that's at the moment Egla's choice.
She tries to dress on and
Okay, so we'll just do them in order since you went to the dresses first, because it was technically his item. He was when you discovered it. Go ahead, and there are 4 of them, 4 different outfits.
okay. So she puts on the first one and comes up.
Okay, make a Constitution save.
Take
My
that.
lungs!
Turns into a fish.
No, it's
turns
a
into
girdle.
demon.
Does this?
13 plus 5.
18.
18. Oh, yeah, 18.
Okay.
13 plus 5 is 18.
Okay. You put it on. You feel really strange, and the dress at first you didn't think it was going to fit because it seemed a little short. But as you're tugging and pulling to get it on fits more appropriately the whole time. And by the time you finish, you can't even see into the mirror on the side of the ship that you were looking into. You're somehow shorter. You climb up onto a box and you see in the mirror a halfling. Your hair is down past your to the ground at this point because your height is so much different.
She hasn't even seen a halfling yet, has she?
You might have found one.
You
So.
might have seen the one that dove in the water some days
Oh.
ago.
No, she was
She didn't see the
there.
halfling.
She wasn't with us.
So
long.
you have
She's seen gnomes.
you've seen the gnomes.
She met the quartermaster.
No.
Oh yeah, you met the quartermaster.
So you look like a female quartermaster.
Oh, and you even see your hairy little toes sticking out from under the front of the dress.
She won't go up and show them. So just tell her, it turned me into one of...
No, okay. So you've got the dress on, and you are a halfling.
I
She
am a
starts
half-
referring to everybody in
So you
Mr.
can turn
with the
into one of
Scottish.
the other ones.
She's like, Mr. Lucius.
You can take that one off, see if you can go back, and then you can put on the
Uh-huh.
other three.
Right. So you go, oh God, it's the dress. I gotta get the dress off. And as you scramble to get the dress off, your height does not change.
Try another one.
I think this more or less just makes you look like it, not turns you into it.
I've been so happy if Kern would have put on these dresses, by the way.
So you're completely out of the dress, and you still can't see into the mirror. You still have to climb up on the
I
chair
would
to
have
see
happy if
yourself.
Tommy got the gun.
Try another dress.
Okay.
I have to... She puts that one off to the side, you know.
The
That one
backfires.
is
It's flying.
a kind of a
Guys,
powdery blue.
Pirates of the Caribbean when he fires his gun.
It's really fancy. These are all like
Ornate.
go to the ball kind of outfits.
That is ornate.
So that was the blue one. You've got red, green, and yellow are the other three. Which color do you want to try next?
Yellow.
And green.
Yellow?
Says yellow. You're starting.
Okay.
It's the only one.
As you're putting it on, the dress is again small, so it seems to kind of fit, but your skin feels so rough and like scratchy, hard to get past the elbows and stuff. And you finally get it on, and you have to climb back up onto it, and you are Blinn. You are full.
Oh, she's like-
goblin. You have no hair.
The captain of this ship that went up was really into this.
She'll go to the...
You got
So
red and green.
take it off and lay it off separately to the other one. And
Now she's a hobbit goblin?
No, she's a goblin.
Now she's full on goblin.
No, she's full on goblin. Okay, so she hasn't kept the traits of both species.
No,
So
she's,
on the next one,
Otherwise, she would have
she'll-
kept the traits of the
Drum roll.
red or green.
red.
Okay. So when you put the red on, it seems like really long compared to the other one, and even as you're pulling it on, you can see yourself getting taller. And by the time you finish fastening the last gusset, you are the most stunning elf with long pointed ears, and your hair just
full enough.
matches. Yeah. The paleness of your skin indicates you're probably must be Primus.
Mature high elves in the rough.
All gray elves.
Great. Okay.
Sundown. The oldest of them.
And now there's green left. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
She'll take green.
Okay. And as you switch to the green, the dress feels a little oversized, even with the height. And when you get done, you're looking in the face of a rook.
Orc.
Orc.
She puts the red dress back
I'm an
on
orc in a pretty green dress.
for
That's
now.
pretty cool. You should take
She can't. She will not stay in that one. So she goes back to the red dress and tries it on.
Wow.
Okay. So it goes back to being an elf. Okay.
Wow, there's a lot
I have a
of.
question. So we can use that
There's
as
an
disguise.
orcist among us.
Like,
These dresses will make you look like
Yeah.
a female of the species. They're-
Just only a female?
Yeah.
that would
Dude,
be
as a
weird if
master of
you're a guy
disguise,
and
that's a
girls are-
dope.
Aren't
thing,
you guys
man.
glad that no one tried it
Do you
on?
tell us?
She comes.
No, she comes out. She comes out as an elf in the red dress.
Like, who the hell are you?
Not the red dress.
Yeah, it was a red dress.
Yeah. She goes. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn this way.
No, she says every one of those.
Exactly, Jessica Rabbit with pointy
Every
ears.
one of those dresses turned me into something else, and she hasn't seen a
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Tiana.
Another stone.
Tiana.
Tommy, you got something
She
to tell us?
even says the name wrong. I'm Tiana. I'm Tiara.
Every one of those dresses.
Wait, how much is one gold? That's tiara.
A lot.
That's
Tiara,
Go back to Jen and think about it at all.
No. How is one gold worth?
It's tiara.
A
guys.
lot.
What happened?
What's a
Every
favor?
one of those dresses turned me into something else. First, I was one of those short things like the quartermaster with the hairy feet.
They have names. It's very
Okay,
good. They
the
get-
next thing, I was something really weird. I was skinnier and smaller. I had
Long
no
nose.
hair. I had a long nose and
Probably
these
a
big
wart.
ears.
Hair coming out of the ears.
She just
And
grabbed
hair
a
coming
goblin.
out of the ears.
Yeah, she's describing the goblin.
I know, but I'm
She's
just
trying
trying
to
to go
describe
because she doesn't know the name.
Yep.
Then I put on the
They
red
just-
dress
collectively the blend.
and I turned into
We can see
this.
an elf. You're an elf.
And the green dress was this awful looking woman that was green and
tusks.
tusks and
You were an orc.
She turned
You're
into
not
a hag.
bad.
Rook.
Rook.
Orcs, basically.
There are no.
I know. I gotta
Yeah.
keep.
Well, I'm doing this for the
so
layman's terms
Yeah.
and the translation.
So all these things. So you have 4 disguises.
no.
There
She
are
has
4
3
disguises.
Now she has one new true form.
Do you know how to change back?
no, I took off the dresses and I didn't change. Maybe it will wear off, and maybe it takes longer than just a moment or so.
Can you?
But you're still wearing the dress, so
Yeah, I mean, you might want to go
That's
put your
kind
other
of
clothes
why
on.
it was the.
Yeah.
Go put your regular clothes
Actually, is
on.
this elf form bigger than taller than
She'll
her
go on
original?
down. She'll
No.
package them all up. She'll like take out a piece of her parchment and paper and says, she writes,
I would like those dresses.
Hey man, disguise kit, dude, that's amazing. What if we go into a situation where we need to be one of these things?
Are you telling me you want to be dressed up as an elf right now or a
oh,
goblin?
for clarification, it's Tiara's voice.
Huh?
It's still
Despite
her
the
voice.
costume, she's still her voice.
So you could be very attractive elf girl, and all of a sudden, hey Jim,
Hey man, you guys heard my pirate
You could
voice.
just go.
You guys heard-
master
you guys heard-
disguise.
I am a master
okay.
of disguise.
She folds them up neatly. She plays
feel
them
like I
up.
smoke a
She
lot.
puts on her regular clothes and
Do you
prays.
smoke cigarettes or eat them?
And then hopes the magic wears off.
And I take the dresses.
Wow.
she prays. She
Well,
keeps all of her
your item
Azamar
is-
traits, though, right?
I have a pop gun,
He
You got
got
the
the
pop
pop gun.
which I'm not going to use until I cast. So,
But so you're not getting the dresses if you get the pop gun.
you want the pop gun?
And just wait till we get done with all of them, so you know what they all
Wow.
do.
We have a gun that that pops people, and then dresses.
Dude, you guys
I
aren't-
want the dresses.
You guys aren't seeing the long-term implications of having disguises from 4 different races.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So what was
We
your?
see them. The question is, do
I-
we want
I-
them?
I don't
Oh, the
care.
letter. The letter.
The letter.
Okay. So on the outside of it, now that it's dried, you see that the seal is of Eldrasar, city far to the north, recognized by most to be a preeminent city on the coast and representative of what may arguably be the most powerful naval force on the planet.
Eldrasar. Of course, I know nothing about it. What's this place, Eldrasar? Yada, yada, yada.
Would I know about it? Okay, I'm
Even
just.
this far south, far south, the Eldrasani Navy stood against the combined force of Babel and
I just didn't know if my version of South was familiar.
yes.
The underground.
Even the
Are they on
princess-
the inner?
Oh no!
coast?
Remember, you've been a pirate. You've been on the surface for quite some time.
Yes, but I just wanted to
This
know.
one.
if I
Is it in
know
the
more
inner
than just a
coast
name.
or the outer coasts?
This city of Eldrasar is actually considered to be the crown jewel. It's actually way north. It's at the very top of the Tween Sea, but it has
right here?
Okay.
It's basically the land bridge.
We're a long
Is the
way
name
from
on there?
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eldrasar's right here.
The nation. That's the national name, not the actual city. The city is on the peninsula, and that's why it's considered to be the crown jewel, because it's in the middle of the Tween Sea, and they've had access all the way around them forever.
So we got a letter from them, which means that
That's what the seal is. Are you going to pop the seal?
Yes.
is it a wax seal?
It is.
Oh,
Just making sure.
well, did we just break it or what? To
Well,
her, the
did
seal
water
is
damage
nothing.
by any chance
Yeah,
already lift it?
And we did it before.
No.
No, as a matter of fact, it seems like there's some kind of a magical enchantment on the document.
Like no one else can.
No, it's just that it didn't break. It wasn't ruined by the water.
I will leave that up to Tiara if she wishes to open it.
If it belongs somewhere else, perhaps it should go there.
So no.
Okay. Make a wisdom save. You should already know what this is even without even opening it. You're a freaking pirate. What is it that pirates need to operate under other flags?
18. Letter of mark.
A letter of marque. If this is what it appears to be, it's a letter of marque from the most powerful navy in the world.
Correct me if I'm wrong though, but if you're not the ship that the mark is for, isn't it?
No, the letter is conveyed to the person bearing the letter. That's why you carry it on board your vessel, because that way, if you're ever boarded, you can say, I have a letter of marque, and you can't take my property.
Well, it's a
So
letter
she
of
offers it to you. I'm sorry.
I just don't know if I even want to open it. Is the problem. Oh, I had to make a wisdom save, so I guess it's something that's so important that it must be opened.
No, the wisdom save is whether or not you remember that it's a letter of marque.
Oh, okay.
Letter of marques don't even have to be opened. You just carry them.
Okay, then
It could, if it's not that, it's a bounty, and the bounty could be worth a lot. To know what the bounty is.
Damn it, John.
Oh, decisions.
So far, my gun didn't hurt me. She changed a little bit. Is she back to normal at this point?
She changed.
She changed
You're
back.
waiting for her to
Okay.
change back. You're
Yeah,
hoping
she didn't
she-
I do have one concern. Does she? None of her stats or anything change, right? She doesn't get any elvish
No.
efficiency stuff.
No,
Okay.
it's
Just making sure.
it is a
Costuming.
Alter
fundamentally it is a wardrobe of disguise. It's a hat of disguise for 4 different groups.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
I mean, it could be very interesting, but she doesn't know that.
Imagine being able to combine this with the hat of disguise, which allows you to change your gender and all of that too.
Go. The only reason
the
I asked
old,
was because
ring of
as an
chameleon
Azamar, she
power.
gets a few skills, and losing them would be.
My rogue has that.
So are we opening the letter? You're stalling.
I'll open the letter. Screw it. If the seal lets me.
From the revealed Lord, what's his name? Pavel.
Roll 6d8. Your hand is now obliterated.
I now have a ring. I'm married to whoever's at the best. Something stupid like that. Oh, not stupid. Silly.
A bounty
It's a bounty.
in the sum of 10 points for the return of the Dragon's Hoard.
Dragon's Horde or Horn?
Hoard. Hoard.
Gotcha. 10 points, man.
500,000 dragons were stolen from the Eldrasani government.
Dragon Horde? What?
Oh my! Listen, out of character.
That's the currency dragons, not
I
actual
know.
beasts.
But
No.
Yeah.
The currency is the dragon coin.
Right.
Yes.
And I do
That-
know
that-
how much
that's-
those are worth. But
That
So
would
what
be
is
enough
that
to
in-
make
The city will provide 10 points on that amount for the return of the treasure.
nice. 50,000.
50,000 dragons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I don't know what that is.
a dragon is 75 gold.
No. Gosh, remember my math system. No.
Okay, I can
Yeah,
do
do
this
the
one.
math.
I only
All
got
right,
to
here we
gold.
go.
I didn't know there was
All
anything
right.
above
It goes
Gold and
copper,
copper.
silver,
Mm-hmm.
gold, platinum,
Okay.
crown, then dragon.
Nice.
Oh, it's 100 times.
And it's 100 each time.
So for example,
that's 50,000
one
times
dragon.
100. That's like 5 million.
gold.
It's 5 million gold.
It's more money than you could ever spend in any
It's
number
actually
of
one
lifetimes.
dragon is 1,000,000 gold.
Yes.
Okay, so 50 million.
It would be your share.
Yeah. Nice. Let's get on that, man.
That would mean that if
Wait, what
10
happened?
Present this letter to the city governors
So there's
of
a-
Waterdeep
So the letter that
Waterdeep.
for
it's
further
a
information.
bounty for the return of dragons. It's called the Dragon's War, and it's that much.
water deep,
Waterdeep.
No, I said not Waterdeep. Elders.
Easier.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Is it-
Holy crap. That's a long way.
No, we have to find.
Yeah.
We need a flying ship, man. We got to get on this
the
flying
money.
ship.
Dragons are it's like the highest.
Your sailing ship can get there.
So
Huh?
we have
But
to
your
find
sailing
that.
ship's
Well,
almost
we have
as
to
fast.
find all that.
You know what she
Long
said?
turn
That
into
would
that
really-
No, but you're on the right.
city.
You're on the right body of water.
I thought we were going
That
down
would
this
really
road.
help them out.
No, you're only going. You're
Yeah,
only
just-
going to the
Look for
horn.
clues.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much.
You're
So-
not going.
It could
Trust
be,
me, you're not
well,
going
this is
one
numbers
hex
from
beyond
that
the horn.
ship.
Okay, so the
Because that would be-
Blackwater's not
From the
far
wall
out
from
there.
Stone. So
In Blackwater, it's only
That
49
could be-
miles. But think about it. You
the
can't
goal
see
could
the
be
coast
in
from
that
49 miles away.
Got it.
You don't want to go out there past that.
Cool.
So I'm just curious.
Yeah.
When I put it back in the letter and close it, does it reseal or something?
10 points, which is
So the
still
magic's
a
gone.
lot.
No, it's still a magical document.
And who's the
Oh,
people
okay,
that are
that's
good
what
opinion?
We got so that's
they're like
we'll
a
deal with that later though
It's
because
one of the
or
richest
are we
nations.
assuming
They have
that
the biggest navy.
That's just
So they
another
can-
string on
So
the
he's not
flag.
gonna-
yeah, but are we assuming that's in the Maelstrom,
I mean,
or are we assuming
we just
that?
keep it? But
I'm assuming
I
that
don't
the
think we can.
ship that we currently dredged up had it already, and that was it. I don't think it's in the Maelstrom necessarily.
Do you think we're sailing over 500,000?
Do you remember what
Not
he
right now.
said? No.
Are we gonna check the match?
So now
Yeah,
we're gonna.
Oh, one more thing that I didn't include in there because I want to keep it separate. You find a single gold piece inside of a jar, and the jar is sealed with wax.
Okay.
That's mine or hers?
No, that's an extra item. That's,
We got
That's
one more
a-
chest with that.
no, it's just the jar floating in the water.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
With a single gold coin.
Could I
And a
make out
wax.
the make of the coin?
I just hear warlord in my head.
And it's magical.
Hi, Marlon.
Yeah, it's detecting its magic.
What could it be like?
Conjuration and transmutation.
I don't like that conjuration sound.
Oh,
Tommy,
no.
don't touch that coin.
Is it possible to see the make and possible year of the coin?
No, it's matter of fact the glass, because of the nature of older forms of glass, it's not completely translucent, and the image seems to shift and change as you look at it from different angles.
It keeps transmuting itself.
I think we should keep that in a lockbox somewhere until we can figure out what it is.
So
Oh, and the final thing you see floating by is the name plate on the back of the ship, the very aft of the ship. Borealis.
Ah!
What's a Borealis?
It's the name of the ship that sunk. Ha!
Well, what do you know about the Borealis?
In meta, it was
Oh.
the ship the Monday crew had.
Oh,
Did they have 500,000 crowns on there?
Monday basically is the black sheep of John's Nikos groups.
Okay.
Was.
was.
You kill them all?
They actually they're
We're not going to do this on stream.
Oh, okay.
I'm just leaving it at black
Yeah.
sheeps.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Gerald. The viola, does that have?
It has magical abilities, he said.
Oh yeah, we haven't got that far yet. We just
Yeah,
just did.
We just finished the dresses and getting our last two
I wonder
items.
if it's like lodestone.
What?
Something like your lodestone, what?
Think of it. If it's the same type of gold, it could have like a locate object on it, and I don't know all about locate.
You're guessing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Wait.
We'll
So that was your
Okay.
right. That was.
Idea that a lodestone points to things.
Let's ignore those last two. I just added those as, and the name tag.
The name tag
board
was
did
just
not
for those who know.
Right, and that was no. There's no magic attributed to it.
I just put in Borealis Sunk.
Oh, I didn't put that.
I just put that.
Okay, and so the next item was
The three
Box.
crystals, blue,
The box
green,
with the-
red.
So the box is clearly a box that it's like a box of holding, like a chest of holding.
Oh, you could put
Where you
multiple.
can see it. We can see in it.
It's open. When you opened it, you see the crystals inside.
It's like
Put
Yeah.
your hand in it.
So it's basically
Boy.
like a bag of holding, but it's a chest. A bag of holding is
Boy, put your
basically a
hand in this
backpack that
box.
is
Take
a
these crystals
10-foot
out.
square space.
Don't
This is much smaller. This is just the size of the chest, but it is an extra dimensional space
Don't put
because
your-
because the prisms
You
aren't
wanna do
because
it.
the stones
That's
aren't
cool.
changing. They're just-
I'll
seem
do
to
it
be
so
growing inside
because
the
we
space.
keep offering this boy up for sacrifice unless Elgith wants to.
I'll reach in and just grab the red,
Oh, go! I reached in. We both reached in.
red crystal.
Both of you are reaching in to grab crystal.
Yes.
Which one do you go? There's red, blue,
Green.
green.
Then you want to go for the third one while you're at it.
Come on, Lucius. Elgith, grab the blue crystal. There we go. We grabbed the blue crystal. There
Hey,
you
we got risk takers.
All right.
You don't remember what happened to us last time when we jumped into that
go. Hey,
puddle?
none of us sold his soul to somebody, okay? He trusts us in there earlier.
That is just being delicious. I think he's learned his lesson on that.
Each of you needs to make an intelligence check.
Save or
Intelligence save.
So, saves, how does that work?
Intelligence.
so
You
if
look
you
to
are
see
you
whether-
proficient in intelligence saving throw as a monk? I don't think you are.
No.
So it's just your intelligence modifier added to whatever you rolled.
What's my intelligence right? I don't know if you can see that.
20, not nat.
Okay, so you made your save.
It's mine.
That worked out because my intelligence
But there's
modifier
three
was
crystals.
1.
Oh yeah, it's -1.
And
I
I have a
have
high
a
proficiency
17.
in the save, so I get a bonus. It's still a +1, so I got a modified
I
20
missed
as well.
the end of my
What did you get?
experimenting for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
It would be
You
don't
guys
have a name
reach
tag.
in and the stones
Insta
don't
kill.
move.
That's the kill.
Oh, like we're.
They literally won't come out.
Wait, their hands.
However, he grabs it and it breaks. You hear a cracking sound. As he pulls it out, the inside of the box starts to shatter like glass.
Close the box. Close the box.
You guys made the deck save, so your hands come out safe.
Intelligence.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you see it happening, so that's the reason why you get the response. You got part of the green stone in your hand. As you're pulling your hand out of the box, make a deck save to hold on to it.
I think it's the same one, right?
Not, I don't think your deck can turn. Yeah.
D20 plus.
So before it was an intelligence save on your blue stone you're holding.
Where's your dex? Dexterity?
Because he was green, I was red.
That dex-
Oh, he's
yeah.
blue?
I just want to make
It's
sure
gonna be whatever.
Come
everything's
on, big
accurate.
roll.
16.
Okay, so you hold on to it. You shriek in pain. You watched your hand shatter like glass. You pulled your arm out thinking you're not going to have a hand left, but when he pulls his hand out, he's still got. You see a little bit of the blue stone sticking out of it. There's nothing wrong with your hand. Just psychological, like the panic, because your hand came out fast enough.
Is the box
So now you're holding a
still-
blue.
As he pulls it out, you hear an immediate, you see an immediate flash of lightning above as the ship is struck by lightning from the storm over there, like this long
It
arc
arcs.
of energy.
It's an arc.
Hits the top of the ship in the dark, lights the whole ship up, and then it starts to rain.
Nice.
Well, that was wonderful.
Hold your rain crystal
I was
higher.
gonna say that I can make it right now.
Make it rain.
I'm like, hey guys,
You could say that.
guys,
Maybe we
that
can
wasn't me.
find something to hide that in, like a box somewhere.
Not only that, there's a wave that starts crashing over the ship, and the ship was not in the storm, but pulling this out, you're in the storm.
Oh, we jump forward.
No,
The storm comes to
The
us.
storm comes to us.
I just want to make sure.
well, there's no real context for it
She
other than the flash
looks-
of lightning, and all of a sudden you're in the storm. It's
She
just
looks in the box
at dry
to see
land.
the state
Look
of
towards
the other
land.
there is no.
crystals.
You don't see any land.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
The waves are too high.
I'm already tied up to something. We're good to go.
She looks in the box just to see if the crystals are still there.
You guys.
Oh
we're-
no, the box is imploded on itself.
Yeah, we're in the
There's
storm.
nothing left of the box.
We're in a
You
storm.
box is
destroyed
gone.
a whole chest of
We
holding.
did it. We
You're
did.
welcome. I broke it.
I was gonna say.
Well, now
So
no
you
one can
have
argue
to
over
blame
it.
You didn't break it. You got the only shard out of there.
You got the. You're the one. You got the
You have
power.
a blue shard.
Oh wow!
Polish my.
I just imagine chunk, chest back.
Okay, write down on your character sheet that you have a blue shard.
Oh, his character
She
sheet's
left his
on the
character
computer.
sheet at home.
I'll just play sex.
It's in the notes for the stream, so everybody make sure you.
No taking, no taking, no taking.
What did you get?
A viola.
Ooh, very artistic.
Good, you can learn to play it and I can sing.
Oh God! Don't.
So did you say it was raining?
I can have you do something with it.
It was raining inside the ship, or?
It's
I didn't
raining
get that.
all around us.
Oh, okay. So this
As
is,
You
we're now
were
inside
standing
the
on the
storm.
deck. You were pulling stuff out of the water.
okay. I was just.
So you literally were standing on the top of on the deck of the ship.
That's why it sounded funny. I was like, are we in like?
No, we're atop. We're atop.
Tiara went down
I'm
to
not.
the.
There's no
her
reason
The
for
crew,
me
the crew
to
helped
play-
us pull it out,
play
so the
the
crew
viola
has a right to
now.
see it.
We're in the storm.
Or you can be like Titanic.
There's like five. There's like probably 5 crewmen that are now
I'll just put
very
the viola in
tempted
my-
to hit
in my
on
cannon.
Tiara. She's no longer an asshole.
Okay.
She's an asshole.
As a primus?
No, you're a
In my
whatchamacallit
trunk.
now.
Of
You're an
course, I
elf.
know nothing about primus.
So she's a child.
What is this?
You're an elf.
You're an elf.
He's
You're
like-
attractive.
Do you hear what he said? He says, "Well, now that it's storming, I don't want to run risks with this. I'm going to put the."
Oh, well,
viola."
not just that. I mean, it's raining and I'm gonna start playing.
No, you wouldn't
make any
risk the
sense.
viola in
The music never stops.
Can't stop the music.
You can't
You know
stop the
anything
music.
about instruments. You,
Well,
you don't even like it.
But I do agree with Lucius.
Temperatures and barometric pressures.
Oh, what?
I
Well-
lay down at the corner of my bed, down the hatches. Oh yeah, down the hatches.
Yeah. I'm instructing the crew to start getting ready because we've got waves crashing over the sides and everything now.
And depending on the wind, you might have to reef the sails.
This would have been a good
Just
time to
have
play the
running
Pirates of the
sails.
Caribbean riff on your viola, man.
Or Master of Tides by Lindsay Sterling.
Or the Tempest. There's a lot of music out there you could play
I
right
think my performance is no. +1.
There you go. Not bad.
What's that? Show me.
Performance.
Okay,
Mine's +3, surprisingly.
Yay.
so do you have nav?
Nav?
Yeah.
Navigational skills. We never established that because I didn't take the sailor background. That's the only one that gives you navigators with ships.
Okay, so just make sure we didn't have navigation among you. You do have crew, so the crew will be able to do it. So therefore, go ahead and make the crew check at advantage, needing a 12 or better to weather the storm. Really?
5 and 4.
Oh god. Well, the good news is we'll wake up on the shore of that land over there, and the saddle will be no more.
I'm going to burn a BP to reroll.
One more reroll. Cocked. Yeah, that's not how that works.
Oh man! Advantage?
Wait, what was it?
Can I
Roll another
5, 6, and a
BP.
7.
help? Anything? Anything?
I'll burn one more BP. I got quite a bit. And this time I'm gonna
Oh.
natural.
Except that you roll the dice, and I hadn't said you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I understand what you want to do.
My
I kind of need the saddle to crash in this instant.
okay.
No,
So I'll only burn the one
Right.
and keep the
Usually, like,
second one that I was gonna.
Similar to inspiration, I think it's only a 1.
Well, so, yeah, inspiration is only over
Yeah,
one, but
but,
we have the name tag, and then
yeah.
you can use BPs.
I got
And
it.
generally, you can do what he's doing, which is roll BPs over and over again to make die rolls.
I got
But
it.
there are for
Story
purposes-
reasons.
Well, here's the reality.
No problem.
At some point, one of you does get out with the ship at 20. So that roll is applicable, but you don't get to make it right now.
Okay.
We have to get back around to that. Yeah.
So what happens next?
I'm just paranoid that with a bad enough roll, half the ship, the crew goes down and somehow Eglith is drowning again or something.
It won't be crew. It won't be these guys, but it will maybe crew.
Fucking hope it's Caesar.
Hope is that boy.
the more you see the hope that's right,
we're all like Crosser.
No, I'm kidding.
Like you got
We're just
someone-
and those are going to be the first 2 we find on the,
Nah,
on
I
the
mean,
beach.
it's just a joke. I mean, it's his decision, whatever he wants to do.
She actually
Oh, yeah.
hurries down to her room, grabs on.
There is no room. The reason for the die roll is that during the storm, I'm just rolling for the results of the storm. You can do what you want individually, But the issue is that the ship is crashing. The ship is going to wreck, and you guys are going to end up in the morning waking up on the shore.
Okay.
Shipwrecked.
Do it.
She's going to try to get her Kyrgyz kit and pack a pack and have it on her back.
That's fine.
I'm drinking.
She'll
Oh
stop
no,
it.
your
Oh.
fresh distillery is going to be destroyed.
I knew this is how it was gonna end. This
You're
is
gonna
why
be
I
on the
never.
beach.
No, he's trying to get drunk so he goes limp during the crash.
This is why I didn't hit the water.
She'll stuff the dresses in there too.
She's
We'll
packing.
play them all the way. Actually, she leaves the orc
I'm
dress
getting off the
behind.
ship. I'm getting.
And she
So,
leaves the
you
goblin
Such
dress
hatred for that
behind.
orc.
You're going to
dress.
leave. You're only going to take 2 of the dresses.
Why are you leaving stuff behind?
3.
Well, okay, if I can stuff them in there, I'll stuff them in there.
You've got enough stuff. You got enough
Time.
Yes.
And I have very few possessions.
Before I forgot to even ask about how is the storm like greenish, right?
The bolt of energy coming.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
It's all okay.
Yes.
And it's like a normal, like a hurricane kind of from behind,
Save the
from
gold
far
coin.
away, or
Have you ever? Oh,
like
I thought I said something. The picture of
think
the
he
storm wall a long
did
time
something
ago.
like that?
Save
You,
your
you
gun.
posted on the Nikos Facebook
Yeah,
group.
okay.
It's just a
It's a
continuously
large
circulating.
swirling mass with lightning crackling inside, so it looks like it's glowing from the inside.
I got it.
Knock,
Okay.
knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. I'm trying to catch your attention. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to use this.
Knock, knock. Who's there? I don't know. Save the gold coin in the jar.
I am.
Who knows where that thing is?
If you don't, I will.
You can attempt.
I'll pack
Write it down that you got it because
Okay.
I need to know where that is.
Yeah,
And in the storm, rain,
logically speaking,
wind,
Kern would be
Wait,
trying to
feels
do
like-
everything
feels like
he
a
could to keep the
traditional
ship
thing.
afloat.
Okay.
But
nothing.
I'm not.
well, the things that
I'm
are
not
weird
trying
about it
to
is
say
that the
just
winds
on
are
the ship.
blowing
I'm
you
trying to say
further
that
all
shit
four
into the
dresses
storm.
and
It's
the
cyclic, so it's
and
such
Never,
a
never
wind.
say die. The damn
I'm
ship
getting
doesn't
it.
go down if I can help it.
Okay.
So,
So you
five-
have. So yeah.
so yeah, Kern's doing
She's
everything
trying
he
to-
can to
she's-
keep the ship.
I know. Like,
She's already
We're
abandoned the
like
ship.
all near death, and like all we see is on the deck,
What?
like they're ready to bag.
Look at this thing that's heaving and tossing.
Oh my
and
god!
cracking.
No, more than likely she's
lifeboats,
running for
to
a
the life-
lifeboat. Exactly.
Right
Hang
to the
on.
lifeboat.
She just
One of the
throwing
ones
stuff.
that's-
She's like, "No more people. We have to leave you. My dresses."
No, don't forget the jar. Go back to the jar.
She also rounds up.
I'm like, grab
Thomas.
Tommy, Lucius. And you're like, eh.
She rounds up
For two on the door. There was
Yeah.
room for two.
You gonna go find Tommy?
I'm gonna
trying to
find
help
Tommy.
with the rigging.
I'll grab
I'm
Tommy.
going
He's
to
next
get
to me.
him,
I grab
you
Tommy.
know.
are out.
Just
She's gonna
to
keep him safe.
I'll grab Tommy.
We're
I got
trying
Tommy.
to-
And if the ship starts to crack up and they yell abandoned ship, then she'll.
They are. Well, they are. The captain's the one who makes that determination.
Yeah.
And when he hears the sickening crack of the keel and he hears people down below were taking on water, he realizes the ship is probably gone. So
The ship is lost. Abandoned ship.
Right.
I give
Again,
you have the 2
all the
longboats
way
and 2
until it's
dinghies.
hopeless.
Right.
I give Tommy one of my potions of water breathing. I take the other one.
I still have
Okay.
mine.
Oh, you haven't
I'm
crashed
gonna
out.
hold on to that string.
Okay.
Right.
Hey man, I think this kid's important for something. Plus, he's a kid. I'm not gonna be.
I'm doing everything I can to make sure everyone's out from below deck.
Okay.
So if anyone looks like
Majority of the crew gets into the
dinghy,
longboat, the 2 of the dinghies, and you've got the
She's-
1 other longboat for you guys.
She strips down to just the pants and the tunic top.
Okay.
And the boots are gone, the belt's gone, they all go on her backpack.
If she's saying if I have to, I'll float to the shore.
But you can't swim, can you?
Why can't I swim?
Oh man. We're gonna
Oh,
settle
and she's
for that.
still in L4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's cool. You get.
You're gonna lose your shield again if you fall overboard. Stay with me. Stay with.
Strap it.
Strap it.
Strap it to your backpack.
Within an hour, you will become you again. It does eventually work.
So you'll have time to grab something to help you float.
I can swim. I'm fine. And I gave everybody.
Yeah,
potions.
unless your character specifically says it has a swim speed, it doesn't know how to swim.
I don't have a swim speed.
I know. We already determined that.
Mhm.
But you have a boat, so you don't care.
Exactly.
You had to vote.
No, he's got a boat. He had a ship.
Oh.
Ouch.
I'm a captain without a ship. Why?
Your first time captain leaving ship and
Captain
you lose your father's ship.
Okay, this is basically just the story of Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm still a captain even though I don't have the ship. You've been calling yourself this for the past 2 years.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're on shore now?
Yep. You wake up on the shore in the morning. The storm seems to have abated. As a matter of fact, it seems, from your viewpoint, there hasn't been a storm. You don't see any wreckage of your ship. You see neither the longboat nor the dinghies for
Yes.
anyone else.
And no
so it is
storm?
the 5 of you plus Tommy are the only ones that made it.
Tommy! You alright, Tommy? Cool.
The sheer hatred for Caesar.
I helped Caesar get on a life raft, but I felt like saving a kid was more important.
No, it's just it just seems malicious. So it's like, anyway, so
No, that's malicious. He's a child. He
Does it
needs to
look
be
like-
Now,
protected.
there's a couple things I need to describe about with this. I describe it as an island, but you're really not sure. The coast, it is a coast. The sky above you is a pale blue.
is it bright?
It is the light is still nimbus light, but for some reason the sky is brilliant blue, and there are white clouds scudding across it. The plant life, which should be jungle-like because of where we are on the coast, nonetheless, inland from here, you can see a rather substantial stand of conifers extending backwards into the interior of the landmass. Furthermore, you see stalwarts rising up out of the ground from place to place inside of the area that look like the deck stands for some kind of vessel. But the scale of it is immense. And if you can see on the scale, if you put your models over here, you can look back and you're looking basically at what might very well be the prow of a rather monstrous ship that has been destroyed. It's just
Congratulations, John. You've kept us on the map.
A monstrous ship.
The prow.
Are we assuming this is what it is, guys?
I don't know.
Monstrous ship.
Look around. Does there appear to be any form of life?
It's nothing.
you see a few birds in the trees. If you go ahead and make a survival check, if you've got survival. If you
I
don't,
don't.
you can make investigation.
16.
Don't have either. I'll
Survival.
make an investigation. 1 modified.
Nice. Did you get
16.
16? Yeah, you find tracks of it looks like some form of deer or antelope has been through the area, some kind of sheep.
Sheep.
You can hear knocking of woodpeckers and such back in the forest. And
Were we all supposed to make one?
if you want, I
If
said
you
if you
could.
can.
Survival
Do you
if
have
you're
a
proficient.
proficiency?
If you're not proficient, investigation.
Well, I'm not, but I have a +3 on wisdom. Should I do it anyway?
Oh, it's just if you are not proficient, he said investigation, which is intelligence.
Skill.
I rolled a natural 20.
Investigation.
I don't know anything.
But if you don't have survival, it
It
doesn't
was
help.
investigation.
Just straight investigation. And investigation check literally is I'm looking to see if I can find any tracks. If you have no skill in it, you might find tracks with the 3, you know? So I found a track. It looks just like a person's track. It came from over there to here.
And no, it's
that's just me.
hey, look.
Exactly.
Circle.
Yeah, it's not worth it for me. It would just be an investigation.
One of us here would have survival, I think, but
Yeah, I rolled already.
what'd you get?
16. He-
Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gave him the antelope.
Yeah, he's the.
Oh, the antelope. Okay.
I mean, did you say sheep or was that because?
An antelope is a sheep.
Oh, okay.
They're from the same.
No,
No,
because
antelope is a
it's
deer
more
like
deer-like, but it's
Well, if it was
They're-
sheep, it was
They're
domesticated.
related to sheep?
but not
Their
domesticated.
feet look the same.
I got
Oh.
you.
Well,
They are all from the sheep family, guys.
Okay. No, it's just that leads to
the deer
settlement
have the same.
with their sheep.
Yes.
But
the
I
fact
don't
that
think
the fact that we have a prow of a ship might also implicate possible sentient, intelligent life nearby.
Well, it's buried,
Partially.
partially buried.
Think of
It literally looks like the vessel, whatever's left of it, has actually sprouted the trees.
Hello?
Isn't that the sign of one of the big Windswept variables? If so, this is so far gone.
Hey, Kern, guess what we found?
Your ship.
And as,
Maybe.
and as she says, windswept, you hear music come from the forest.
From the forest?
The
The
forest.
whole forest sings.
Is it a nice tune?
This is it.
It's gorgeous. It's so many different voices. It doesn't. There's no words. It's just the music is just. You literally are like stunned by it. It's,
Could I,
She's back to her Azamar form, by the way,
Could I
right?
check?
Am I back to my form?
yes.
Okay.
Can I check for what's it called? Evil sense or whatever?
Divine sense?
Divine sense.
Sense.
Perfect.
Sure.
Consecrated, desecrated, celestial, fiend, and undead. Within.
And Faye. Right?
No, not Fae.
He doesn't detect Faye.
They
Yeah,
don't-
you
they don't
won't.
get Fae.
You don't roll.
You won't detect anything untoward, except there's a bad sense coming from that coin in the jar.
Corner?
The coin.
Coin.
The coin in the jar.
So it's not celestial, fiend, or undead, and it's not consecrated or desecrated, but it's a negative feeling.
It's gonna smell bad.
It's gonna smell somewhat fiendish.
Yeah. Because I think you either hear music if it's good or, right? Something like that.
It all depends.
the
You
way-
get to choose the sensory
Yeah.
input. How you perceive it. If you're auditory, you hear it. If
Auditory,
it's
visual, sensation, smell, taste.
whatever you want.
How you sense
Bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, that's what the church always meant.
Well, it's not going to fly out of here.
I do call out and see if anyone hears
Well,
us.
and the calling out, combined with her mentioning the windswept, causes the music.
Well, I guess that's what's left of it.
Do we have a dinghy still, or did
I-
we just wake up
I don't know
face
if you
down
want
on
to
the
know the
beach?
time. Keep track. It's 4:41.
So
Yeah, no, we got it.
we're inside
I'm
the
aware
storm?
we're gonna have to call it at this point. We'll be starting with you guys on the beach next time.
Hooray!
We actually made it to my terrain piece for the first time.
That
Yay!
was the comment I made earlier. You kept us on the map.
Yay, we're on the map.
Yay. So,
Because usually on all those other sessions, oh, we see a thing that he's already taken time to set up.
And we
Let's
never-
not go there.
Yeah, we never go there.
Well, it's not, we never go there. It's, let's not go there.
Well, the last time you did, I thought it was the bog.
yeah, the last time I set it up, I think it was the bog. You eventually went there. I don't think at the time I built it.
Not in the fun
Bajuka.
All right.
Somebody went through a portal.
That's why I didn't touch the pizza.
And we'll have that conversation you almost had a few minutes ago, but we'll do that after
That was a
here.
cool story.
Thank you guys for watching and being a part of the show. And make sure you catch up with us on Wednesday and on Friday. There will also be a Thursday game, but I'm not sure whether or not it's going to be televised or not. It depends on whether or not we get this room. So,
Okay.
thanks again, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.